gearing up for war, don't get it mixed up. I come in peace, kid. I'm bringing commentary and the new releases. I put them hours in to get prepared now. We play on expert level, don't be scared now. I'ma destroy you when I'm forced, I can tear it down. If you ain't tuned into the channel, keep your head down. Cut the fix up with some Xbox babies, put the switch up. See me gearing up for war, don't get it mixed up. I come in peace, kid. I'm bringing commentary and the new releases. I put them hours in to get prepared now. We play on expert level, don't be scared now. I'ma destroy you when I'm forced, I can tear it down. If you ain't tuned into the channel, keep your head down.
Yo. Welcome to The Fix. You see these decibels right here? That's skill right there, y'all. That's skill.
Pretty good.
It takes a lot of skill to do what I just did. Anyway, welcome to The Fix, everybody. Welcome to The Fix, everyone. We are going to try to keep it relatively short tonight, hopefully within 2 hours, if not under. I want to give everyone a thanks for coming by to check us out and support us. We do appreciate it. This is episode 98, guys. We are right there at the precipice of 100. And when we started this, who would have thought, right? So very happy to be here. We have something. I feel like we should do some type of game giveaway for the 100th episode, right? Something like that, I think. I'll reach in the old coin purse here and, buy something nice and give it away for somebody or something like that. Right, Kirby, I see, yeah. Oh, dang, Kirby, I didn't know you had the 5090. But, yeah, so we got, like I said, we have 100 episodes. Right, it must be the pores. Yeah, the logic people have, Kirby, it never ceases to amaze me. The lack of logic, at least. You'll say one thing, and they're like, well, this means this. It's not what I said. Anyway, yeah, I figure we'll do a game giveaway. We'll have a lot of guests come through to, congratulate us on 100. I have a few people listed already, and I need to reach out to them soon. So for tonight, we'll be talking about Randy Pitchford's Crashout. We'll be talking about the Nintendo Direct that just happened this past week. And what we thought of it. And, of course, we'll be doing a news roundup for all the different various pieces of news of gaming and entertainment news. And, yeah. And we'll also, obviously, be starting with housekeeping. And in that spirit, I just saw that, nerds. And in that spirit, let's get to the panel here. Danny, my brother, tell the good folks what you've been up to, how you've been, what new blessings have befallen you, whatever you feel like sharing.
Sure. Well, this week I've mostly been doing two things. Number one is for RSR, for Ready Set Replay. I started playing a game that has been on my backlog for, I think, my entire life, realistically. Legend of Dragoon. Because I had it when I was an itty-bitty baby. It was like, I think, literally one of the first games that I owned. And could never get anywhere in it because I was so ass as a 5-year-old that I could not, I think, even get out of the first area, and then just never went back to it. And now I'm just about done with disc 2. That game's good as hell. That's a really good game. It's like Final Fantasy if your whole team was Power Rangers. Like, that's dope. It's so dope. Cool.
That's a good selling point right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, the story, we'll have to see where it goes. So far, it's really good. Like, each disc basically feels like it's its own game. If there was a game that they should have remade and broken up into a bunch of games like Final Fantasy VII, it should have been this one, probably. Because disc 1 is a whole game by itself, and disc 2 so far, yeah, pretty much the same thing, too. I mean, I don't know. And then had a really good Sunday because on Sunday I watched the Detroit Lions kick the absolute piss out of some just middle of nowhere trash football team. I don't know where they came from, but but man, they did not show up. I don't know what was going on with all of them.
Oh, hey, don't give us any vagaries. You may as well say who it was.
It was of course the Chicago Bears.
How about the Bears? How about the Bears?
They actually are like a pretty decent team. They just didn't. They haven't just been showing it this first couple weeks, but they got some good guys on there. Now they got a coach who's like actually half decent, but of course, Lions undefeated. So, I mean, they're not undefeated. They're 1-1, but
yeah,
real good team. Really happy with it.
Yeah, man. What about any other, I guess, entertainment things that you've been checking out, watching, whatever it may have been?
Well, I've been keeping up with Peacemaker. So far, so good. Really loving that show so far. Taking some turns that I didn't expect. So I don't want to get too much into spoilers for that because I don't think either of you guys have watched it, but it's really, really good.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Yeah.
And season 49 of Survivor starts a week from yesterday.
Oh,
so
I know you're excited.
We're rolling in. We are coming in
hot
to the best time of the year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
No, that's dope, man. I know you are. For those that don't know, at least Danny is a mega Survivor fan.
True.
So this is his place. This is him. This is where he wants to be. No, that's dope, man. I'm happy for you. I'm happy all these good things are going your way as far as that goes. Anything else you wanted to share with the folks? Or are you good with that?
I will have more to share soon,
okay.
But I cannot share other things just yet.
All right. He said he wants to share his life with someone special, if those that didn't read between the lines. So
yeah. And it's both of you guys. Please join my weird long distance throuple.
I see. I thought you'd never ask.
Merry Christmas, cuffing season. Let's get it.
Let's do this. It's getting cold outside. It's time to cuddle.
I'm saying.
And the next panelist, obviously, of the fix, the great Crusader. Crusader, my brother, what have you been up to? Tell the good folks what you've been doing and playing, watching, etc., etc.
Yeah, so we weren't on last week. I beat Chronos: The New Dawn. That game slaps.
I've heard good things about it, man.
Totally recommend it. And then I started Hogwarts Legacy and watched all 8 Harry Potter movies. I enjoy those movies more than I remember enjoying those movies, and I'm enjoying this game less than I thought I would be enjoying this game.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe it is a thing of the zeitgeist, and if you miss that zeitgeist, the impact of the game hits less.
Listen, it's an Ubisoft open world game with a Harry Potter skin on it. Like, I don't think I would have been at the time. I was like, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything, and I'm playing it, and I'm like, I don't think I missed out on anything.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm playing it post patches, and there's still a trillion quality of life features missing.
What aren't you liking about it? Because I know you mentioned something about it being very
there's just
Ubisoft.
a lot of like minor things. Like it is a open world collectathon in many ways, and it misses half of the modern open world collectathon quality of life features. Like there's no way to get all of the types of collectibles marked on your map, even like at the end of the game. There's
you mean like seeing all of them at once? You're talking about?
Yeah. Like normally in a collectathon style game that has a trillion collectibles, there is a late game upgrade that you can get either after finding like 50% of the collectibles, 75% of the collectibles, to help you find the ones that you're missing. And most of the collectibles don't appear like that on your map. Some of them do, but not all of them. There's no mark all as a red button for all of the pages, and in a game that is built around collecting, like filling out your collections, having to go through and manually highlight each new thing you found is incredibly frustrating.
I don't know how to explain it, but none of that bothered me. And I know how open world design can be with those types of things, but man, it felt perfectly balanced and fine for me. Like I don't know. I guess I was so involved into that world, it didn't really register.
I also genuinely don't care about a single character in the game.
Well, that probably would do it.
None of them are as interesting as like the actual Harry Potter characters from the movies or books. They're just like, it feels like Kmart brand Harry Potter.
Oh,
it's a name brand, but
it's the Temu version, you're saying?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go as far as Temu version. I wouldn't go that far.
Slightly higher quality.
It's higher quality than that, but we're not at Walmart brand. Like it's lower than Walmart brand. I'm enjoying it. I'm probably gonna give it like a 7 out of 10, 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm not having a bad time, but like there's a lot of just like like the leveling is probably one of the worst things. That it like once you finish the challenge for something, you just don't gain XP for doing that thing anymore, and you still have to do a trillion of it if you want to like finish the collection. Like the Merlin trials are the biggest example. I think you only have to do 60 of them to get the challenge done, but there's 100 of them in the game, and you need to do all 100 of them to get the achievement for it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's just like a ton of that little stuff that's just like.
I didn't mind that though. I maybe it's because I'm so used to that type of stuff in these types of games, so it didn't really bother me.
So I usually like it. It's just that like I don't know, like modern ones have done it so much better. Though I will say, and I might have to re-review Ghost of Tsushima because I'm feeling the exact same way that I felt about Ghost of Tsushima about this game.
Oh, you felt negative of Ghost of Tsushima at first?
No. Like I just felt like an average game to me.
Okay.
That game's very pretty, and that's like why I ranked it higher. Like it felt very pretty, but like that game had the weird like slide up on your controller to see where to go to the next objective, and I was done with that 15 minutes into that game.
Okay.
There was just a lot of like, why are you like this? And that's how I feel about a lot. Like that's how I kind of felt about like Assassin's Creed Valhalla too. I have not played the newest one, the Japan one, yet.
Everyone's going to Valhalla now, but yeah, that's interesting, man. Danny picked up on it.
I did too.
I did. I got that.
I'm glad somebody understood that. But anyway, but yeah, that's interesting, man. I mean, hey, listen, to different strokes for different folks. I loved Hogwarts. It was one of my favorite games. 2 years ago now? Was it a year or 2 years? Like 2 years.
It
right?
was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely don't understand how people think it got snubbed for the Game Awards in 2023 when 2023 had all of the games that 2023 had. I cannot grasp it.
I think it was a lack. It was to me. I thought it was. I got a higher opinion of it than you though. I thought it was like a 9. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look back at my thoughts, but I thought it was like a 9. And also too, I think it was the whole culture thing. Not the culture, but the whole
sure, no,
we got to be against it because of J.K. Rowling, and so I think that was more of it.
I feel like the reverse of that happened from like big fans where they're like, this game got snubbed, and I'm like, it really didn't. Not that year. Maybe if it had come out the year before, you could say it got snubbed, but not in 2023. Like if it had come out this year, it wouldn't be in the running.
Oh no, yeah, not this year for sure.
And the same thing was true in 2023. And I'm just like, I'm playing. I'm like, this is a good game. It's
what
just
were the nominees for 23? I forget.
That was Baldur's Gate, Alan Wake, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
I've only heard one good game.
There you go. Right. I still haven't heard the good one yet. No.
I've only heard one good game in there.
Which one are you saying is the good game in there? I knew you called Baldur's Gate.
Right.
No, I didn't care for Baldur's Gate, yeah.
Was it
I still
Alan
haven't
Wake that
played
you
it.
also didn't like, or
No, I like Alan Wake. Alan Wake's good.
okay? Kind of loved Alan Wake too.
Yeah. What did you think of Zelda though, Danny?
It was just
I didn't.
it was just Breath of the Wild again.
Slander
Full
away.
acoustic.
Feel free, because I want.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
Realistically, you go to all the same places in the same order and do the same thing. But now, hey, get this, you can also do it a second time underground. Wait,
I haven't played either of those games.
They're
I
okay.
I
They're,
played
like,
some
fine.
of them. I haven't really played through them, so I'm with you on that. Actually, I'm in the same boat.
I own a Switch for Metroid and
Mario.
Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
That's the craziest combination of shit I ever heard in my life. I just like, so you only like Nintendo games with balls. Good to know. Good to know.
Oh, you have been exposed. What's up, Assassin brother? He says, good evening, gentle gooners. Indeed. Thank you, sir. I'll take my
Just talking
gooning
about
with a
balls.
nice hot towel, please. Thank you. Yes. Did you have anything else to share?
Nah, that's it.
Okay. For myself, I had I've been playing a bunch of things. Silk Song, I beat it. Have about 33 hours logged into that. Love the game. The game is tough as nails. Some people are like, "Oh, it's not that hard." Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Don't listen to them. It is tough, and it's not because of like, "Oh man, that boss is so hard to just get around." No, it's the learning the patterns. It's learning the patterns of the world you have to traverse to get to that point. It is not simple, and you will die often before you even get to the boss. It's tough, which I expected. I played the first game. It's tough too, so I expect this. But it is rewarding when you finally beat them. The payout for what you get is terrible, though. Like, you think, oh, am I get some good rosaries, which is like the game's currency. And it's like, nope, here's like 8 rosaries for you. It's like, well, I just beat the boss. It took 30 minutes to beat him. Like, that's all I get. So the payout reward system is kind of whack. But the game itself is rewarding in that you get that sense of accomplishment when you get past it, right? Beautiful game, really great, handcrafted art style of Hornet, who is the main character for Silk Song, who's returning from Hollow Knight 1, if you all have played it, and her shout outs when they do this really great thing, Team Cherry, of the sound design for the characters. So like if it has a like nice cutesy sound. So Hornet, for instance, if you're fighting in the first game, she jumps on this enemy, and for you to with the knight, you play as the knight in the first one, she will jump on the enemy, hold him down so you can attack him, which leads to another big boss battle. And she'll be like, "Get good." And she's like basically saying, "Get good."
Good fucker.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's
I agree.
like,
You should get good. It ain't that hard.
yeah, you're right. What's up, Stilo? But yeah, she'll say that to you on there, and in this game, and they all have these different sounds. There is this character named Chakra, who is the map, I guess, maker in the game. I forgot who the first one in the first game was, but Chakra is this bug. I'm not sure what type of bug she is. I think she might be an ant. I'm not sure. And she's singing and such, or humming when you come across her, and she's like, "Lodi, Lodi, Lodi," and it's hilarious. But like, and God forgive me for what I'm about to say, because I feel like if being a manly, masculine man, this probably should not escape my lips. But it's very cute. It's very cute, and she's like, "Lodi, Lodi, Lodi, Lodi," and like, well, you walk up to her, and you always hear that when you approach her, so you can get the maps and buy the maps from her for that area. Run Slusher, he says, Mind's Eye, anyone? Hell no. Mind's Eye was, from what I've heard, terrible, and I thought it was going to be trash before we found out about all of it. But are you enjoying it, Run, or I don't know? But that said, I got through Silk Song, and I still need to do a write-up for Shinobi for the GCP blog. What else have I played? It was something else I was getting into. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. I'm getting old, y'all. Yeah, it was one other game. I cannot remember. Oh, well, I guess you know what it is. I'm buying a lot of games off Steam, so a lot of games I'll try out and let me try this one out. Let me play this one. So that's kind of what it is. But Silk Song has been the one that's gotten most of my attention. So yeah, and you got like 5 different endings in that game. So I've gotten one, which is the easiest to get. And yeah, and you know, when games like this, I typically try to go for the achievements for it to get all the achievements. I don't know how feasible that's going to be with this because they got one called the Steel Soul mode, and Steel Soul rather, it's one life. You die, that's it. So, and again, it is tough as nails just to traverse that game. I do not know how anyone can make it through that and get that achievement. I would love to see them do it. I would love to see a playthrough of somebody making it through that. I just don't know how you do it. So, yeah. And if I get it, you best believe I'm highlighting that in front of everyone. Like, look at this. You don't tell me you're a gamer until you can do this. Anyway, yeah, what you say, Assassin? My brother in Christ, we play JRPGs literally the most. Wouldn't be drop dead drama calling something cute isn't bad. I know. Yeah. He said wouldn't be caught dead. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, JRPGs do have a lot of the cutesy stuff in it. That's true. Ew. But I got to keep that under wraps, Assassin. You understand? You know, for my own ego and bravado, I have to make sure not to let others know that I, you know, wear cat ears as I play JRPGs. I just can't let that out.
Yeah. Well, they're attached to the headphones. That's not your fault.
Exactly. See, you get it. You get it.
That's just how the headphones came. I can't take them off.
Right. I didn't make it that way. They did this to me. But that said, let's move to this news roundup, fellas. What do we have in the news tonight, Danny?
We got a couple of things, nothing too crazy. We got number one, we got more rumors about that there Assassin's Creed 4 remake. And some of them sound good, some of them maybe not so good. So we'll start with the good ones. It sounds like they're going to cut according to these rumors, which are just rumors, it sounds like they're going to cut the future part of it, which if you remember in Black Flag was ass and no one should be at all upset that it's gone.
No, I'm upset that it's gone because they're remaking it and they could have made it good.
No, get rid of it. In Black Flag, the future section was that you were some dickhead who was working Q&A at fake Ubisoft. Yeah, I don't think there's a version of that that's going to turn into a good game, my guy. I'm sorry. Cut it.
I'll
Get
be
it out of
honest,
here.
I didn't care for that either. Actually, to me, in all the Assassin's Creed games, when you got to go to the future and be in the real world, it's like, I don't want this. Let me go back to being a pirate, please.
See,
Well, and it
I
seems
love
like-
the whole like lore that like you're in the Animus and you're getting information from the past to solve a problem in the present. The problem was they just never did the present well.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But it's like the part of like the actual charm that is the actual plot of Assassin's Creed.
I'll give you that.
That's fair.
I'll give you
I just
that.
think by 4 I had given up. Like I'm
Well,
not doing
4
that.
is when they gave up.
Yeah. Which
that's
is
what
and
I'm saying,
I was on that boat with them. I was yo-hoing on that boat.
They set up like a major villain at the end of 3 and we're like continuing to do stuff at like in the real world parts of that, and then they finished that storyline in a fucking comic book.
That's the thing, and I gave up. I was done with it by that point too. It was like, okay, I don't want to keep doing this. Like, just let me be in that world with this. Just tell me, hey, this is what this led to the next, and this was the ancestor of this. I didn't need the anime stuff after a while. To me, it was just, and it's like you said, it's because they didn't give the current world stuff gameplay. I guess it didn't give you real incentive to want to play that. It wasn't overly well handled in most cases. I think the only time I actually thought it was okay was during Assassin's Creed 2 and maybe Brotherhood. That may have been.
I thought it was fine till 3.
Yeah. I think those two, because those two come before 3. Yeah. So that might have been it, because as you had, I think, what was it, Desmond? So that was okay.
Yeah.
Other than
3
that,
was the one that finished his storyline.
right. So that might have been that. I guess that's what it was. I guess 3 was the last one I cared for, where it was, they showed us that. So yeah, that fits. But I'm sorry, Danny. Go ahead, please.
No, you're good. It sounds like that they may be replacing that with just putting in more story with the actual pirate characters, including some cut content with one of the girl characters. I forget her name. But that's pretty good, because I remember specifically getting to the end of that game and Edward being like really reminiscing about all the characters from that he had met on the journey, and I was like, I don't remember any of these fuckers. I don't know half of your names. and I'll be honest, don't care to.
Yeah, it was like Thanos. I don't even know who you are.
And it's like, I don't know who you are. I don't know what's going on here. I thought the story of 4 was pretty weak.
Yeah.
So if they want to go in and add some more character moments, I'm down. Do that. Maybe you can make it a better one.
So to me, Black Flag is actually my favorite in the series by far.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, I hadn't played just so for clarity's sake, I had not played through the other games beyond Unity. But now I skipped ahead to Shadows. So I do have to go back. But Unity was the last one I was on. And so I missed out on Syndicate. I've missed out on Odyssey. I've missed out on Origins. I've missed out on Valhalla. Oh, yeah. I got some work to do. But for me, Black Flag, it was it's such a refreshing take on the franchise. It's such a different feel for it. Now, 3 did give us elements of it, obviously, where you get to have the naval battles. But to me, it was perfected in 4. So I love Black Flag. I thought Edward Kenway was the coolest protagonist. He didn't speak a lot, but he was just cool as hell. They had what's up, Pyro brother? They had the whole tie-in with what's his name? Adelaide. I forgot the guy's name, who was a former slave. Adewale. Yeah. And I just thought it's, for one, that fits the time that was pretty much correct with the Caribbean situation and all of that. And I just thought it was so dope to have these actual, if you're not even just naval battles where you can actually dock onto someone else's ship and fight to take it. Oh man, I loved it. I loved it. And then
There's
you get
some
the
cool
deep sea dive and such and find treasure. Yeah, I loved it, man.
I think because I enjoyed it well enough. But I definitely had some like real issues with it. Like, I mean, I already talked about how I just didn't think that the story of it like really held up. But also I didn't like how you didn't know anybody on your own crew. They were just literally a number where like your ship would get shot and it would just say -1 and you'd be like, oh no. And then you'd run over some piece of trash in the water and be +1. Oh, I guess I got a new guy. Cool. What? Like, that shit was really lame to me. But the idea of it was really good. And it sounds like they're doing some other stuff in here to kind of soup it up. But that is unfortunately where the positives, I think, end for me, is because some of the other things that they're saying they're going to add is the gameplay and leveling systems more like the new games. So it'll have like leveled gear and RPG mechanics, which I don't really want. And they say there won't be any loading screens between the islands and the oceans anymore. So that part is good. I just don't think I really want Black Flag to become like I got my level 3 tricorder hat. And now I'm the Pirate King.
I'm the Pirate King.
Yo.
Yo, 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 ho, ho, ho. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, anyway, what with the RPG elements and such, how are they? I wonder how that will play out, actually.
It's hard to know. It's all of this is also still just a rumor, so who knows, really. But
so, how did Shadows like itemization work?
Couldn't tell you.
Because I played Valhalla, and Valhalla was they transitioned away from the like random dropped loot that had like a numeric number attached to them to gear that you'd find and you could like upgrade it the whole way. Like to be, like the gear you got at the beginning could be upgraded to be like as good as the gear at the end. It was just like which perks did you want on them, which were set per item. So like when you found that item, you had that item and then could choose to upgrade it. Mm-hmm. And like that was that item that had that ability.
So for Shadows, cool. Yeah, Shadows was more simplified, and I think because I hadn't played Valhalla and things like that, but from what I understand and from people I've talked with, it's a little more simplified, so it's not as in depth. So for those that might not want the more RPG-ification, if you will, of Assassin's Creed, I think Shadows struck a fairly good balance. By the way, Shadows is phenomenal looking. I just want to throw that out there. That Anvil engine, oh man, like that's the only engine I've seen so far that made me think this could challenge Unreal as far as terms of visual fidelity. It's that gorgeous. So yeah, they got Have you looked at
Snowdrop, which is Ubisoft's other engine?
Snowdrop is phenomenal too. I'll give you that. I think though, to me, just what they did here with Shadows, it's a gigantic open world, and it is handled beautifully with the Anvil engine. Like I don't think Unreal could have handled this world. Let's put it like that. because it's such a gigantic world, like really unbelievably gigantic playground of things to do. And it's like, if there's any background loading and such, I didn't notice it. The weather effects are gorgeous, all those things. What's up, Flood, brother? He says Umbra Engine 5. Indeed. No stuttering on this end, though. Okay, I got you, Assassin. I'll check that out in a few. So you get fewer slots, though, Crusader. So you get fewer slots to like put on these multi-piece armor sets. Yeah, I know you get like the helmet, you get the armor and stuff like that. I think the gloves. It's been a minute. I got to get back to it. Well, RE Engine is good too, Assassin, but RE Engine is very linear based, right? You wouldn't put the RE Engine and have it flourish in big open world environments from what I've seen. That is basically, it's fit perfectly for the Resident Evil type of more linear based, interior type games. It's not for like big open world areas and such. To me, Anvil trashes the RE Engine. I'm not even trying to be mean about it in terms of more ability and reach of what it can do. Just being honest. The environment looks great. The characters look great in it. It's just that
RE
good.
was used for Dragon's Dogma too.
It was, but I didn't think Dragon's Dogma 2 was that impressive in open world.
That's fair.
So, and it had a ton of issues, mind you, technical issues. Anvil did not in that way. If you all remember, like Dragon's Dogma 2 had like notoriously had incredible drag, like when you get into the main square of the build town, whatever, and it dropped like to like 30 frames, not lower than 30 frames, I think. Yeah, it would like freeze at times and cause issues, save issues, and all that. But yeah, you also get like legendary gear, stuff like that, by the way, in Shadows. So it's a lot of stuff, and it gives you a lot. Being a Ubisoft game, you know how the Ubisoft games work. So you're going to find a ton of things to do. It's like too much to do. So like since I haven't beaten it, I have to kind of refocus. Shout out to Flood who was giving me thoughts on this. I'm going to have to refocus just to get through it, just to say, hey, I beat it. I experienced it, and if I want to go back and maybe collect everything and do everything, I can do that then. But yeah, it's a great game. I honestly, I'm glad it did well. Alleged seemed like from what I saw, but I wish more people would have given it a chance. I know it was this campaign of hate against it, but yeah. That aside, Danny, what else do we have? Let's
see. All right, so here's the one where Crusader cuts me off halfway through. We've got Sega may have leaked another Yakuza game. Now hold on. Now chill. Now hold on. Crusader, chill. So they may have accidentally put a thing on their website that said Kiwami 3, which would be the next of the remakes that they would make. It also, like, technically could be a typo on some bullshit. I don't know. It's not confirmed. But, let's hope. It would just be, the remake of Yakuza 3. So, pretty cool. I think that's the first one that was on the PS3, right?
It was on PS3, PS4, Xbox One.
Was it on Xbox One?
Yeah. Well, they was ported in when they ported it to PS4, it got ported to Xbox One as well.
Okay.
I think it was ported in 2019? Question mark? Sounds right. It's not on a Nintendo system, which is what gives me the full credence that it's probably real, because they're probably going to slowly get all of the Yakuza games available on Switch too.
So
makes sense.
That's interesting. Well, with my head went to a cloud. With the part 3, I played through. Obviously, I was talking to the fellas about this earlier. I played through 0. I played the Kiwami 1 and 2. All excellent games. Anybody that's played those Yakuza games know the new engine they used for it. Was it the RGG engine? Gorgeous, right? Looks good. The characters look great. Still has a kind of older jank stiffness to it at times, right? But it's more fluid when you get into combat than it used to be. But part 3, it was a stark contrast to go from these nice updated visuals to going to 3 when I tried to play it in the collection. It was like, what is this shit? I can't get jiggy with this. It's outdated visuals. The gameplay was whack compared to the Kiwami games. Didn't like the story direction. Didn't like the character they were forcing on us. I didn't like 3 whatsoever from what I played. And I had people telling me skip that one and just watch the YouTube video playthrough of it and then move on to 4 and 5, if not 5. And I don't want to do that because I hate to skip ahead when it comes to games. I really do. But so this news is super welcoming for me. If they do this in a Kiwami style and maybe get rid of more tedious, unnecessary nonsense like the babysitting aspect that they put in part 3, that the notorious babysitting aspect people were talking about. And
I guarantee they'll just double down.
They'll double down.
There's gonna be 2 babies now,
right? And it'll be some adult Japanese men in diapers, and they trust me, they've done it before. That's the whole quirky thing about the Yakuza game. So I maybe if they can streamline it more, and give us more combat options, which they've done in the Kiwami games, maybe I can see myself being all down for it, which is perfect because again I didn't like the outdated visuals or style of 3. And I hope they do more, or if not all, the series and bring it to the new engine. That would be perfect. At least the outdated ones, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I think that there's a really solid chance that they do at least the remaining, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe?
Yeah, those really the only ones they got to do. Yeah, I think 3, 4, and 5. I think 6 is more modern, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 6 should be fairly modern, so I think it's in the more updated engine anyway. I don't know if it's the Kiwami style engine, but yeah. It's modern enough where it wouldn't need it. I'll put it to you like that. And then I think it turns to like a dragon right after that, the RPG style one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll know in like on Saturday. Because RGG is having their summit on Saturday where they're showing off a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Yep, we'll see soon enough.
So we'll know if this is real. It's the same way that like Oblivion, like the first credible leak for Oblivion was a similar kind of thing where we could see stuff in the HTML source code of their website. For Oblivion, it was Virtuous's website. So this is very likely happening.
Yeah. So
especially since they corrected it so quickly.
They got on it quick. So to your question, Assassin, he says, question, if I want to start Yakuza, where do I begin? Are there dubbing options? Start at 0. Yakuza 0. Yes. That's where you want to start at.
He also just says, I'm curious for Stranger Than Heaven. You could probably just play that one also. You're probably fine.
Yeah, you should be fine. Also, too, for the dubbing options, I don't think you want the American version. I'll just be honest with you. You got to suffer through Young Ye. Although which one was he put in? I forgot which one.
I think he's in the newer one.
Yeah, I'm never listening to the American version of that because I've heard him and he sounds horrible as Kiryu. No, thank you. And I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty sure I could do a better job than he did as Kiryu. He's just monotone. He's monotone and like, yeah, well, such as like, no, that's not. You inspire no fear. I don't believe you are the dragon of Dojima. No, thank you. Americanized Asian man. You do not sound like a rough Japanese Yakuza man. I'm sorry. It does not work for me. So I would highly recommend, even if it's bothersome, Assassin, just listening to the subbed version. And honestly. But that said, yeah. What else did we have, Danny? Danny.
Oh. Sorry, what's up?
Daddy.
We got... Hey, I was muted. I apologize.
It's all good.
We also have probably a state of play next week.
Yay.
Yeah.
That would be...
More third-party nonsense, or...
Well, it seems like we are probably finally going to see more of that Wolverine game that leaked a lot of it like a year and a half ago, I think, at this point.
Pretty much the entire game base, yeah.
Yeah, so I do wonder how much of that, if any of it, they will have changed. I mean, I'm sure that they'll have changed some of it because that's just how game development works, is nothing really seems to stick long term. But yeah, I mean, we might be seeing that. I bet it looks good. I don't know. it is one of those situations where, sort of my biggest problem with a lot of the PlayStation games is that they play it so safe with everything because they have to, because they put so much money into it that if it fails, they'll basically bottom out, and they want to appeal to like the widest thing possible. And so they always end up with games that are like really, really good, but like all of those rounded off edges stop it from being like really a masterpiece at all. And for Spider-Man, for me, that's fine because I really like Spider-Man. Wolverine is just like a guy. Like, I don't really care for Wolverine. He's just some smelly, short, hairy Canadian dude.
What do you mean, bub?
Like, I just don't find him very interesting as a character. Of just like, oh, I'm a guy who I can't die and I've got claws. Cool, great. Good for you.
You can't relate to the hairy Canuck? What's going on, man?
Not in particular. I just don't think he's that interesting of a character. And there was a time in the comic books where they just like would not put that guy down. He was in every page of every comic like 20 years.
You're not wrong. He was like right neck and neck with Spider-Man for a minute, and then Spider-Man took off. Spider-Man is like super popular now. But yeah, it was a time where you're right. He was in everything.
Yeah. So it's a little weird. I don't know. I think it'll be good. We saw a lot of the leak information of like different characters that are showing up in it, so I'm sure that we'll get some teases of who those people are. I honestly wonder if they won't just like show us all of the shit that we already saw in the leaks because like we already know about it. Yeah. So why bother even keeping it a secret, really? I don't know, man. I don't know. That would, as Crusader pointed out in the green room, that would line up pretty well with TGS, so it may technically be like their TGS show, even though it's not really at TGS and probably like won't be playable there even or anything like that. But could be good, could be interesting. I'm excited about it. I will play it. I am excited for the game. I'm just saying I don't generally really care about Wolverine.
Yeah. So what's that? What do you think about what Assassin said there? I'm excited for it as well. Now I'll say the gameplay that was leaked for Wolverine looked kind of. I'm not gonna be mean, but it did not look that good.
It was 2 years out. Really, like,
it was really
that's true, and that's why I'll give it leeway. Like I know that Insomniac knows how to make games, so that's the thing.
I genuinely don't think you should judge it at all.
That's true.
Like, because it's so in development, we don't know if that we don't know if that was just a test for something.
That's true.
If this was like one thing that they were thinking about and they could have been going in a different direction. Like that's really hard to. That leak was so devastating because people are going to have it in their head that it's going to be one way and it could be totally different.
I mean, you're not wrong in that. For me, it's not so much as judgment as observation. For me, I saw how it looked, and it's very Spider-Man-esque in a lot of its design elements, which was not necessarily a positive. But you're right, it's so early, and it wouldn't matter to me anyway. I trust Insomniac. Like, I know that the end result is going to be something good, right? So it doesn't hinder my excitement for what they're going to do in any direction, honestly. Just an observation
wait
of it.
1 month to buy it, that's for sure.
Why so?
I had one of the worst possible experiences with Spider-Man 2. I got crashed 15 or 16 times.
Oh, I forgot that game had a lot of technical
Spider Cube
issues.
happened to me like 3 times. You remember Spider Cube?
I remember,
yeah. I had that happen to me like 3 times while I was playing. At the very beginning, when they are supposed to teach you how to change your costume in like the tutorial, where you're supposed to find a backpack on a rooftop, it just didn't give me a waypoint to the backpack, so I had to wander around for 35 minutes copying other people's footage to try and find the right rooftop to land on.
Wow. At Spider Cube?
Yeah, and then I had cutscenes where Miles would go completely invisible, and I couldn't quite tell why the cutscene was off until I saw the burrito he was holding while he was talking to his mom floating in the air moving, and I was like, oh.
The amazing burrito.
Broken. And then I had like enemies spawn in walls. Like if I had waited a month to play that game, I would have given it a 5 out of 5. I had a blast when it was working.
No, I get you. I don't think it wouldn't come to a 5 out of 5 for me because of some of the in the game entered and like not issues, but like things I didn't like direction wise. I still get irritated at the fact of them forcing Mary Jane when you had Black Cat that could have done those missions.
Sure.
And I just feel like, why are you forcing Mary Jane to be go against the symbiotes? Like, that's so dangerous. Peter would never allow that. Like, come on. Like, just logically, it didn't make sense. And her pushing Peter out of the way so she can get hit by Venom. That still burns my spirit. It's like you would be dead right now. Venom is a 50-ton lifter. He would have killed her if you hit her. And Peter is knocked out under the refrigerator. I'm like, get up, man. What's going on in this game? Anyway, if I start complaining, I'm going to keep going. So let me stop. What else were you going to say?
I'll say anything else that we think is going to be at this state of play.
I think they're going to announce a Legend of Dragoon remake. And it's going to be really good, and I'm going to be happy, and no one else will care.
He's ready for that Dragoon.
I think even if Wolverine, because like if Wolverine's not there, it's at the Game Awards, like period. Like they just put that game on their 2026 roadmap for their financials, right? That game's coming next year. So if it's not at this, it has to be at the Game Awards, or it's not coming next year. And I think you're going to see that Metroidvania God of War game that keeps being
that'd be nice. Yeah.
Talked about by multiple people, because like there was people who thought that was being announced back in March, and it didn't. That'll probably be there.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Actually, I do want to see that. Isn't it? It's not focused on Kratos though, right? It's like
it's
his
brother.
Yeah. That's what I had heard. So that's dope. Although I will miss hearing my boy boy.
Yeah,
so I do want to hear that.
Intergalactic was the other game that is listed as 2026 now on their financials, so it'll probably be there. I don't think Saros is coming next year. It was originally said to be 2026. I don't think it's coming next year.
Why so?
That's the Housemarque game.
Why do you think so?
Because it didn't show up on their financials.
Oh,
it's as simple as that. It's going to be a full price large game, and it didn't show up on their financials. I don't think it'll be there.
Okay. I mean, it's possible. But I don't know. To me, I guess it depends on how long the Housemarque has been working on it. Because I don't think it's going to be a super intensive game in the vein of high AAA. So they might have something to show for it, maybe.
I hope we see fair games.
Not
listen. Because I want it. I just want to see it.
I don't want to speak. I'm not trying to be negative. I don't think that game is going to survive. But with Jade gone and the director, the game is pretty much dead on arrival, in my opinion. We'll see.
They're gonna try and get that thing out the door, and I want to see if it still looks as bad as it did in its first launch, because I thought when they showed the first reveal trailer for Concord, I was like, this could be neat. And then they showed the reveal trailer for that, and I'm like, this looks awful. And so if I thought Concord looked neat and that looked awful, then man, what is it actually gonna be?
The thing about Concord is if they had I feel like if you would put it instead of being a hero shooter. And it's the same way I feel about Overwatch. Overwatch doesn't appeal to me because I don't care for let me just run around shooting people all day. The Overwatch characters have so much charisma and character just off the basic character design and little shorts I've seen of them. It would be so great to have them in a real story-driven single-player game. And that's the same way I felt about seeing Concord. It looked like a knockoff Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's like I would have loved to play this if it was a single-player, story-driven game. And then it's like, oh, it's just a hero shooter. I lost all interest. That was me. And then I didn't think some of the characters were great, design-wise either, to be fair. And again, it did feel knockoff Guardians of the Galaxy-ish. But I would have entertained that. I just cannot do the whole let me always online going against people thing. It doesn't appeal to me. It's just I run out of caring about that. A campaign would have done it. And see, I agree, Soil Tech. A campaign for that would have, and I guess maybe it's a matter of me being spoiled. Do you think? Because I'm so used to Xbox doing that. We get the Halos. We get the, with the campaign and story. We get the Gears with the campaign.
Yeah, they're struggling to do that, though.
Yeah. I mean,
where one half of it ends up either unfinished or bad.
I will say Infinite did all right, though.
Infinite's multiplayer didn't have the base support it needed at launch. It didn't have Forge to support it at launch.
Sure, but what they did have was good. It wasn't bad.
It was just unfinished.
It was unfinished. That's it.
Straight up, it was unfinished.
Right.
And you know, I look at games because, like, if it is a multiplayer game, I'm looking at it from a different perspective from if it's a single player game, right? Like, I can play Helldivers for days when the boys are on. And it has
Helldivers
no
is fun.
like, I don't need, it doesn't need a single player, right?
But you know what though?
If you're,
Helldivers kind of allows you to kind of create your own adventure thing. It's got that uniqueness about it.
and I have friends who can play Overwatch for days.
I
right?
don't know how they do it.
I have friends who can play Siege for days.
Yeah.
I have friends who go to the Siege tournaments in, like, one friend who went on his first flight ever and got a passport for the first time so that he could go to a Siege competition
Wow.
to watch it in Canada, right?
The power of games.
You know, and you know, Fortnite, yeah, had a single player, but like it's not supported anymore. There are games that don't need a single player, and like I understand it's not appealing, but not every game can appeal to everyone.
Yeah, that's true. For this show, if I had to guess, just for what might pop up, I think they'll obviously show like the Marvel token fighting game. I don't like that name.
Oh yeah, I forgot that that's happening.
Yeah.
When does that come out?
That is.
Did that get a date? Like ish? I
I
know it
don't
didn't get like
remember.
a date, but did it get an ish?
I don't remember at all. It seemed like it'll be this year because it looks polished enough where it might drop this year, right? I would think.
2026.
2026. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that I expect
see
to
it.
show up.
2026.
I do
I see
expect
fighting
so.
games and my eyes glaze over, so I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
I used to love fighting games so much, man. I've fallen off from what I used to like be on it, but I do want to get Tekken 8 still and Street Fighter 6. I've fallen off, man. I used to love them. But yeah, Soros, I do expect Soros to be there. Soros, I expect that. I expect the Marvel token game. What else would I say? I would say we might see some stuff from Square, but I think Phantom Blade Zero will be there to see more gameplay of that. That makes sense. Getting that on PC though. What else would I say? It would be nice if we actually saw the first gameplay of Intergalactic. I'll hold out hope for that. That would be nice. I don't think it'll happen, but
I want Naughty Dog to make a game that like I enjoy.
you don't like the other games.
I do not like The Last of Us, and like,
Oh,
all right,
wow.
the Uncharted's okay, but like,
Okay.
man, would I like them to make another Jack and Daxter game? To be
Yeah.
100% with you,
If
I
they-
love Jack and Daxter.
Jack and Daxter is one of my all-time favorite platformers / adventure games, so I'm with you on that.
It's my least favorite of the PlayStation action platformers, but like, I really, really enjoy playing the first and second. Well, all right, I enjoy playing the
I love
first
them
one. Second
all.
one's okay.
I love the whole
I've
entire
yet
trilogy.
to play the third one.
Oh man, I loved it. I loved all
Third
three.
one's on my list.
Yeah. Also, you got the emulation popping, I guess, right?
I got it for I have the collection on
On the PlayStation
PS5.
too. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know they had a collection for that.
Yeah, they released it on PS4 and then they updated it to the new whatchamacallit, the new emulator
Oh, okay,
that
nice.
they did last year.
Nice. All right. Assassin says Judas. I don't know, Assassin. I guess they could show it there. Why not? I feel like I don't know. When is Judas supposed to drop? Has that been delayed?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Who knows? I thought it was supposed to be last year.
Yeah,
I remember hearing that it was having development troubles, but I don't know if it.
Oh, wait.
I don't know if it's delayed because I don't know if it ever had like an official release date. To be honest,
True. Yeah, it can't be delayed if you don't say anything, right?
yeah,
So,
they did not ever give it a
release date.
it was Strauss Zelnick expected the game to release by March 2025 at the latest.
Oh,
well, he was wrong.
right.
In April, Levine said it's still in development, blah blah, working on it every day, blah 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 blah. Yeah, the last mention of it officially was in July of this year. That it's a single player game with single player focused storytelling and no monetization. There's no online component. There's no live service component.
Yeah, that sounds like something that'll be next year. Just if it's been kind of like no info pass from those times.
Oh,
Sounds like
actually, it makes sense that it might be partially delayed because Take-Two was originally publishing it, and I don't think they are anymore because whatchamacallit went under.
Who?
Private Division. Their
went
external publishing. Well, they like, I'm pretty sure they were sold. Private Division was sold.
You know,
And like,
we
I
may
don't.
have
I think
covered
they're
it,
now
but I can't remember.
self-publishing this game. Yeah, they're now called Private Division is now called Fictions, and it's privately held.
Isn't that something?
It's held by like I forget who.
I think maybe we covered that, but I may have forgotten. But that's
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that happened at like the very end of last year because like it's like screwed up like no rest for the wicked and stuff like that.
Okay, let's see. Wow. Well, yeah, that would be my guess for it. I think, Danny, you already said yours. What you think might show up?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of joking, but I don't know. I think anyone who's expecting this to be some big first party blowout is going to be really disappointed.
Yeah,
I think it'll be Wolverine, and that's it. Maybe an update on like one other thing that we know about, but you're not going to get anything substantial. This is a random state of play.
yeah.
Like they never do anything for TGS. I'm honestly a little surprised that the timing is working out that this might all be where they do Wolverine.
Oh, they could. Well, I forgot. They could, to be fair, show some stuff from Microsoft. You want because we're already hearing about Flight Simulator heading over, which I'm surprised it took this long. But so
yeah, it's supposed to be dropping November.
Yeah, so maybe we'll hear some other announcements like a Starfield or whatever, maybe being announced to go over.
That's not being announced until the expansion's announced. Like they'll do that at the same time.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So maybe next year.
Because like they'll announce that expansion and then they'll announce a complete edition for PlayStation.
Yeah. Stilo mentioned Black Myth DLC. I don't think that'll, because the DLC for Black Myth, I think it's supposed to be a standalone game. Stilo, it's his own.
It's not even a DLC. I'm pretty sure it's like the
Yeah.
sequel.
It's just like
Yep, it's his own standalone sequel or spinoff. Should I say? But yeah, what else did we have, Danny?
we have got hey, some people are mad at Team Cherry for putting out their game. And by some people, I mean other game developers, because they're really mad that they put out a really good game with very little lead up on the release date. And so a bunch of people had to move like last second. And they said it was a really callous move. And I said, y'all just jealous because you have 40 times the employees and couldn't get even a tenth of as good of a game.
That's pretty crazy, the success that this game has had. Pushes against a lot of narratives and in a positive way. Excellent game, super, I guess involved as far as everything you can get for the $20. Like $20 for all of this. This is a blessing. It's hard as hell, but you're going to get your money's worth. That is for certain. They could have easily charged $40 or $50 for this game if people would have bought it. I would have bought it. But $20, I think it, especially in the times we're in, it just creates such a different outlook for what gaming could not only be designed around to limit the costs, but it changes the whole narrative of the corporate greed and people kind of forcing these the models that they force and the pricing that they have to charge us. That $80 nonsense that Nintendo pushed and now other people are trying to follow suit in, that needs to go away. And I'm glad for this game's success and other games. Actually, of this year, we've had $40 and $50 games and $30 games. So there are some games that still appeal to us outside of that deliver in ways that the AAA games have failed to do. So that's good. And like I said, you get so much bang for your buck in Silksong. One of the things I did want to highlight for Silksong was Team Cherry honoring this, I don't want to say kid, but this teenager who unfortunately passed away named Seth Goldman. Did you have that in the news roundup or?
I don't believe so.
So Seth Goldman was on Reddit some years back. Around the age of 16, he had continued sharing his love for the Hollow Knight game, and he had expressed that he may not be around for the sequel, unfortunately. Seth was suffering from a sarcoma form of cancer, sarcoma something, I cannot remember the exact name, sarcoma something, and it's a form of cancer, and he had a very limited time to live. He was 16 at the time, and he drew a little sketch of a character he would like for Team Cherry to put in the game, to honor him if they could, or at least honor his wish, should I say. And the Redditors all reached out, got in contact with Team Cherry, and Team Cherry got in contact with him to their credit, and they designed the character that he drew they modeled him in the game and named the character Seth. So his art and his legacy of who he was, in a sense, is honored and put into Hollow Knight Silksong. They also honor him in the end credits, which I saw myself when I beat it the other day. Seth Goldman is his name, and Seth unfortunately passed away a few years later at age 19. Way too soon to go. But I just want to give, a shout out to Team Jerry for doing something so beautiful. And it's not the first time I can think of, not with a studio, but just in general, of how games can kind of keep you tied to your loved ones in a way. I think about this story where this guy had played this racing game with his father. It may have been a Gran Turismo game. It could have been a Forza. I cannot remember. I think it was a Turismo game. And he had the shadow or the ghost of his father, and that in a track run that you can pass up and improve your time. And so he purposely loses to keep his father's ghost driving on the game. I just thought that was really beautiful. And this reminds me of that. It also makes me think of like other things, and I know I'm going on a tangent, but me and the family would often get together and play Rock Band. And I was sharing this with Boom and the guys Tuesday. And for Rock Band 2 and 3, my younger cousin, Shakira, may she rest in peace, passed away at the age of 21 from heart complications and after childbirth. And you have no idea the melancholy, and I think the bittersweet, feelings, I suppose I could say, to describe it, I had when I booted up the game and, excited with my sisters and such to play the game. We haven't played Rock Band in a long while. I bought a new 360 to play it. We had the instruments. I bought those again, booted up, and we see her characters in the game. And man, that hit us all like so heavy. So I think I would say like it's really cool in a way that gaming can be kind of this, I guess, lockbox, if you will, or what do they call those things, guys, where you put like memories and people bury them in the backyards? What do they call those things? It's a name for those.
Capsule.
Capsules. Thank you. It's like a time capsule in a way for stuff like this. And thank you guys in the chat. I see you, Steelo and Assassin. Appreciate it. But it's like a capsule in time seeing this. And man, every time we boot it up, we see her characters, and it's beautiful, but it's also heartbreaking, But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout to Team Cherry for that, because I find that really, really beautiful and something they did not have to do, Thank you, Zach. I don't know if you guys had more to share on that, but we can move forward to something else.
We've got some Far Cry 7 news. So this is straight from the mouth of Yves Guillemot. We've learned 2 new pieces of information about the sort of mechanical aspect of the game. Number 1, apparently they're going to add in a 24-hour time limit like Dead Rising. And number 2, they really want to expand sort of a multiplayer aspect of it and maybe make it like sort of a gas game situation, like live service type deal. Shooter. I don't know about extraction shooter. Maybe
no. It like Tom Henderson reported the next Far Cry is an extraction shooter.
Because they did still say that there is. I mean, this time trial thing, is a proper campaign. So it does seem like those would be at least 2 different modes if they are both existent. But yeah, it's what a time.
Yeah, I hated that in Dead Rising. So like,
I liked it in Dead Rising, but I don't know. I didn't really like Far Cry 6. It was fine, I guess, but I don't know. I guess it makes sense for them to try some new things with it. But I just don't think it's. I don't think this is the right direction.
Yeah, I'm indifferent to it. I don't really play those, so it doesn't register for me as much. But Yeah, I'll have to defer to you guys on that one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely an interesting choice. I think the idea of adding a time limit is probably fine, depending on how well the story of the campaign like supports that. But the idea of the games of service, live service Far Cry thing is like, yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. Like the gameplay of those Far Cry games was never something where I was like, yeah, man, you know what I want to do is just this for nothing. What I really want to do is do this for 12 hours to unlock a gold skin for this gun. That's what I need. Man, I don't know, man. It's just such an interesting decision.
No, yeah,
They
I
were
hear you.
fun in co-op, but like that was about it.
Yeah.
No, I don't like timers being put into. I didn't like it in Dead Rising either. Now that I'm really thinking about it, I understood it, but I feel like when they put the artificial timings, like now I have to rush it, and it just takes me out of the way I play games. So it's like, okay, now I can't do this or that.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's because your ass spent a calendar year in the fucking Vatican in Indiana Jones. So that kind of game would literally never work for you.
That's true. That is
You're
true.
like the opposite of a speedrunner.
Yeah, I am very methodical and I take forever inside of a game. That is true. What's up, Talos? What's up, Mac City? Yeah. I am. I was just having this real good conversation with Aaron earlier, and we were like, with the style of how, or not the style, but having so many games to play, it's tough to really get a chance to appreciate gaming sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. And I do get the FOMO, and I do want to make sure that I get to other games so because of the zeitgeist, and we have to talk about it, doing what we do with podcasting. But man, I still put major hours in games before I move on. So it's tough for me. That's why my backlog is as crazy as yours, Crusader, because I put time into these things. There is no rushing for me. Danny is absolutely correct about that. Hell, Shinobi here, I have like almost 70 hours in it. This is a 15-hour game.
You fell asleep with it on a couple of times.
I probably did doze off once or twice. Probably once or twice. What's up, Sarge? Everybody say hello to Sergeant Sentinel Gaming. What's up, brother? But yeah, what else do we have, man?
We have Matt Reeves has said some things about the Batman 2. That is a movie that is still happening, apparently.
Some good things, I suppose.
He has said that the main villain of the Batman 2 is one that, quote, has never really been done in a movie before. And honestly, looking at it ain't go. Wonder Man is a Marvel character. What'd you say?
Calendar Man.
Calendar Man? No, hell no. Get Calendar Man out of here. Unless he's doing Long Halloween. I don't think Calendar Man's going to make an appearance.
Oh, damn. I was hoping for Calendar Man.
I mean, if he does... Honestly, if Matt Reeves wants to do Long Halloween, I'm down. Like, that would be dope. That would be really, really cool. But I doubt it.
Who?
What
about the Court of Owls, rather?
Could be Court of Owls. I do wonder if that's a little too fantastical for the kind of world he's been building in the like gritty crime drama, whatever the hell universe he's been making. Because they do have like literally zombies. So I don't know if that's something that would like really fit in there. It could. I'm sure it could be fine. The thing is that like him saying that doesn't really mean a whole hell of a lot because most Batman movies involve the same three guys. Like you're not wrong. Joker, Two-Face,
Riddler,
and weirdly the
Penguin.
Riddler. Yeah. So you've got like a handful of those guys over and over again. And also the fact that he says has never really been done before could also include people who were in it but just were not like the main villain. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That even opens the door to like a Scarecrow or, all kinds of shit like that. So who knows? Who knows? But at least we know that it's not going to be the really bad Joker cameo that was at the end of the first one.
I didn't mind that as much.
Take that with the saving grace. What? I just don't really like because that character was for the 1 second he was on screen played by what was his name, Barry Keoghan.
Yeah,
the
guy from
the Saltburn Jism Liquor. It was not. I'm just not a fan of him in general. So I'm all okay with him just staying in jail forever in that universe. Actually,
Yeah.
I think
Victor
I'd be
Zsasz
fine
or
with
Firefly could be cool as well.
Yeah,
Victor
Dr.
Zsasz
Zsasz
would
could
be okay.
be cool.
Firefly, I'd be more down for. I don't know. There's just so many options.
I
you
like
know?
I like the thought of Hugo Strange. I'm with Assassin there. Mad Hatter, so. Mad Hatter though, I feel like
love Mad Hatter.
He's
Mad
cool,
Hatter's
but I feel like he would
fantastic.
kind of fit in the same hat as Riddler.
Yeah.
I feel like because it's super like
Yeah.
because he does like brain control, right? Like with the hats and stuff, like mind control or whatever. So I feel like it could kind of fit in the same Riddler box. So Mad Hatter maybe not. Hugo kind of does too, though. To be fair,
I think it's gonna be something a little bit more grounded. I think it'll be maybe something like a Black Mask or like Phantasm.
Okay.
Or like
Black Mask would be cool.
Black
I think
Mask.
the
would
Red
be-
Hood.
I think the most crazy you could get would be like Mr. Freeze, but they've done Mr. Freeze, so it can't be him, I guess.
To be fair, to
I
be
hate
fair,
that movie. And
I was
going
gonna say to be fair, his Mr. Freeze was so horrible. We should purge that from our memories.
Oh no! We need to celebrate that movie. That movie is the comic book version of The Room.
It's a comic book
Do
version.
you know
of it.
what killed the dinosaurs?
Oh,
The Ice Age.
oh Lord, he had puns for days.
Oh my god.
Hush could be cool.
Hush could be good for sure. For sure. I do hope in the sequel we get more Bruce Wayne time. Because there was like I think one scene in that entire movie where he wasn't Batman. So I would like to see the
I
other
hope I
side of that
enjoy the
character
movie
for
more.
more than like 1 second. That's the best Batman movie, and I will fight you.
Which one?
I mean, The Dark Knight
Batman.
exists.
the
Dark
Batman.
Knight can suck my dick.
I love the Dark Knight. I think the Batman was excellent. I think it gets underrated by a lot of people. I still though have a soft spot in my heart for the 1989 Batman with Michael Keaton. To me, he's the Batman for me, even though he might not look the most closest to him. Although his mask, like the face with the mask, looks pretty cool. But yeah, I'm biased as hell.
I thought we were at the ending of the movie, and I looked at the runtime and saw we had 40 minutes left, and went, "What
Yeah.
the fuck?"
Which
You should
one?
have been
For-
super excited because that meant that you got 40 entire more minutes of that really good movie. But instead, you were like, let's get one of the worst actors of all time, Christian Bale, to put on this latex suit again. With a sateen ass cape.
God, I love. So here's the thing: I only like The Dark Knight. I don't like the first one or the third one.
The first one is good though. I think Begins is good. The third one, however, is an abomination in so many ways.
That's pretty bad. Yeah,
It
the first
is
one's fine. I enjoy the
yeah.
first one. I
I
think the
thought
first
they-
one does the origin story probably better than any of the other Batman movies
Yeah, I would probably
because they actually
agree.
show him like training and stuff. That's pretty cool.
True.
But then yeah, Rise is just whatever.
Yeah,
And
Rise
I thought it was so weird that
horrendous.
they had
Movie
both
didn't
the
need to
League of
exist.
Shadows and Scarecrow.
Yeah, there's
Like,
a lot
not
going on in that movie.
not that it wasn't that they were like not parable, but like it was like they were trying to tell two different stories simultaneously, and it was just like they should have picked one of them.
I agree with that. It did feel that way. What I would say too, I'm still thinking about the damn Mr. Freeze puns. What was one of them? Was like, "Allow me to break the ice." It was like, oh,
I love
Yeah.
that movie.
A lot of
I love that movie because it's bad.
a lot of a little chill outs.
right. What he says,
What
he
a-
said,
Is that the one with the
What
back
movie?
credit card too, or was that? Was
It-
that
well, I
That
think
was
it-
Batman and Robin.
"That was Batman
was
and
Batman
Robin."
and Robin,
Okay, okay.
Pretty sure.
This year Christmas comes early. I was like, oh goodness. You know what's funny?
Yikes.
They had Jim Carrey for Riddler, which was clearly out of place. He should have been a Joker. I felt so odd with that. I mean, Jim Carrey put in the show. He put on a show, but he just was
They
not
also
the Riddler.
Tommy
he was
Lee
clearly a
Jones
Joker.
as
Two-Face.
Tommy Lee Jones is Two-Face.
Yeah.
Like nothing about that movie made sense.
Yeah, Tommy Lee is too. Even seeing him act like that felt wrong. It's like you too bitter and mean to be playing as Two-Face like that. You too laughing around and jokey, ha ha ha. Like, nah, that's not you, Tommy. I don't feel right seeing you laugh. Because Tommy Lee always looks mad and surly in movies and in life if you watch him. But so seeing him joke around and ha 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 and all that is Two-Face was like, nah, you're not Harvey. I can't take that serious. Sorry, Tommy. But yeah, that said, I did love the Batman. I've heard the Penguin Show, which I have not watched yet, too.
That's good.
Ooh, it's
Heard
so
it was
good.
excellent.
That's good.
So
It's
I'm
so good, babe.
very excited for what Matt Reeves does here. Of course, they have established that it's in the Elseworlds now. Like it was,
Right.
shaky, of course. And like, where would they do? How would they handle this? Would it be part of the main DCU, whatever? But now they're establishing that it's,
Eververse.
yeah.
They didn't say it specifically, but they kind of had to because the tone is so incredible. Like you could not put this in the same universe as
Piece
the
of
Superman movie we
Yeah.
just got. It just would not make any sense.
It wouldn't work.
But then also on top of that, they had already announced like that the DCU Batman's going to be older and have a kid. He's going to have Damian. Like that's what Brave and the Bold is apparently.
Mhm.
So that just doesn't. I just can't imagine how they would do that with Pattinson.
I can't
'Cause
see it either. No, I can't see
He would have
that.
to like. They'd have to like time skip because the first movie, The Batman, is basically like year 1, maybe year 2.
Yeah,
So you'd have to skip so far.
you would. Yeah, I agree. Assassin said, would you guys rather have Mark Hamill as the Riddler or Harrison Ford as Two-Face? I cannot
Mark
even.
Hamill.
Mark Hamill
Yeah.
as
Mark Hamill. Harrison
mean,
Ford wouldn't do it.
I can't even see him doing
He's
Two-Face.
too old.
Yeah,
I love Harrison Ford.
my favorite actor
Probably
of
my
all
favorite
time.
actor.
Oh, look at that.
And
We share that.
but like watching him in Captain America, the new Captain America movie, and like that movie had problems on its own, but like my lord, could you tell that he is a fossil? Like I love him to death, but like
Really, Crusader ageism. Really?
I mean, listen, if you want him to be Two-Face, it's not gonna go well.
What about Prime Harrison Ford? Do you
Prime Harrison Ford, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just don't think he'd agree to do it. He doesn't even want to be in Star Wars anymore.
I-
He
he
asked for
wants
them
to
to
do
kill
his
his
Indiana
ass.
Jones.
he did ask them to kill him. Why is he so adverse to Star Wars like that? Well,
Because
I don't know, man.
he doesn't like being Han Solo. He
why?
feels that the character's so one-dimensional. He loves being Indiana Jones because Indiana Jones is like his character entirely. Like
Right.
Indiana Jones, the IP is Indiana Jones, right?
Mm.
Like that's all that it is that character in situations. And so like he loves being that character, but like Han Solo is just a character within Star Wars and he hates it.
That's so weird to me. But I mean, Harrison is a great actor. I don't know. Yeah, he's beloved in that as Han too. Like
Yeah, he's wanted out of Star Wars since the end of the first movie.
I heard, I was so surprised when I heard that. I was like, what?
He didn't understand why the character was returning.
He's like, why am I
what's
back
up?
here?
I thought this was a one and done. I thought my time was over.
That's hilarious. He's like, well, what's going on here? Why did you call me back? But Mark Hamill is the most legendary Joker. There's no question, Biff. Mark is just a good dude in general, by the way, in life. But yeah, I can see him doing a Riddler. He's actually done characters
Well, he
that
is
are
the
similar. Yeah, he
Like-
could, if you make him more wacky-ish. I could see the Riddler. If he, like, I'm thinking of Jim Carrey's Riddler. That Mark Hamill could have easily done that. Although Riddler should not be
Yeah.
so goofy in my eyes.
He played
but
some weird little fucker in the original Flash TV show.
he did. That's right.
Yeah, he's played like a billion people in the DC animated, like
Yep.
all the
True.
villains.
Yeah. But yeah, to answer that though, I just could not see Harrison Ford doing Two-Face. I just can't see it. Where's my wife? Get out of this plane. What do you say? Get the hell out. Yeah, the trickster. That's it, Flood. Flood knows. It was the trickster that Mark Hamill played back then. But
And he reprised it in whatchamacallit?
the new Flash series.
No, it was in Justice League Unlimited.
Oh, that's
He reprised
right.
it.
That's right. He was animated for. That's right. I forgot about that.
I do think it was actually both.
He
What?
might. Yeah, he might have been.
I think he did. He did reprise that role in the Flash TV show too, the new Flash TV show.
Oh, really? I did not
Yeah.
know that.
I stopped watching the Flash, I think, after season 4. So, but I do remember the old Flash popping up from the original
He played
Flash
his dad.
series. That's
Yeah.
right. So I do remember that much, but I didn't see too much outside of that. What's up, Cork? Assassin said he showed actual anguish when he realized he was returning for the Return of Jedi when he was being frozen. He's like, why? Freeze me already. Put me back inside the carbonite. But yeah.
I'll be on it, but I'm going to skip the first half of production. You guys
right. Yeah. What else do we have?
Well, speaking of the best Batman movie ever made, as not argued by anybody on the panel, we also got the Primetime Emmys happened, and to directly tie it in there, the outstanding the outstanding supporting actress in a, was it drama series? Where is she? Oh.
You started to sound like Christian Bale.
Sorry, no.
Where is she?
Okay. Christine Milioti, who played Sophia Falcone in The Penguin, she won for Best Anthology or Limited Series Actress, which is a weirdly specific one. They split it up in the Emmys for comedy and drama. I knew that, but I forgot that they also did one for limited series. So she won that. Other big time winners include Tremel Tillman, who won Best Supporting Actor for Severance, and he's the first black man to do so.
Hell yes. It's
Which
crazy.
is pretty cool.
It's crazy to hear like the first time after like so many years, but it is good to see that it was somebody who very, very much deserved it. If you all have not seen Severance, do yourself a favor and check it out. It's co-written and I believe created by Ben Stiller, and who surprisingly, it's really a dope show. You wouldn't think that would be in Ben Stiller's bag, but it is, and he directed a lot of the episodes too. Excellent show. It's full of mystery. You're kind of trying to figure out what's going on. And I don't want to give anything away. I would rather you all see it. I don't want to give anything away. But Tremel here, excellent actor. Like if once you watch it and you see him in his role, you will understand it. This is such a well-deserved win right here. And I saw his acceptance speech, and it was beautiful as well. So just major shout out to that brother. Happy that he got that.
Yes, it didn't end up actually winning too many. It was the fourth most winning show behind, in order, The Studio, The Penguin, and Adolescence.
Nice. What is Adolescence about? I mean,
it's a coming of age story. It's one of those limited series that's just about this kid growing up.
Got you. I'm like, well, probably about some adolescence. But
yeah, you would be correct to assume so.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen also won for leading actor in a comedy series for The Studio, which is apparently really good, and I need to watch that. Noah Weil won for best actor in a drama series for The Pit.
I was meaning to check that out, by the way. Noah Weil, I loved him in ER, so I figured that would be good.
Yeah. Jean Smart from Hacks won for best actress in a comedy series, and Britt Lower from Severance won leading actress in a drama. So
excellent.
Some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Andor got snubbed.
Andor won.
It won 5 awards. It just the awards that it the awards it should have been nominated for, it didn't, and then the awards that it did get nominated for, were odd for it to get nominated for almost.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't good in those sections. I think here
apparently one major award and then 4 minor awards.
Yeah,
it's weird that they break those up like that. But
outstanding writing for a drama series, outstanding costumes, outstanding production design for a narrative period or fantasy program, 1 hour or more. Okay, outstanding picture editing, and outstanding visual effects throughout an entire season.
I mean, yeah, that sounds about right.
And then it won for some John Williams music that was in it.
The legendary John Williams.
Several scenes in that show, actors should have been nominated for stuff. and I was wild when I saw that none of them were. Or like, I think Alan Tudyk was nominated for a voiceover.
I could see that. He does a lot of voiceovers lately.
Yeah, he's cast too from, if you saw Rogue One, the security robot Andor's companion.
That's right. Yeah.
He was very good in the few episodes that he was in.
Yeah.
But that show, if you want high quality Star Wars that we're never going to get again, because they're never going to let anyone direct in the way that what's his face directed that show, watch Andor, and then you'll be really sad that Star Wars will never be like that again.
I mean, I would never say never. I think Disney knows they have to appeal to people who appreciated those shows, right? And you got what's his name?
I don't know that Disney understands that. I definitely don't know that they understand that.
Well, right now they're getting boycotted by a lot of people, but we'll see if they turn it around. Yeah,
like they had to fight to get that show made.
Well, speaking of which, outstanding talk series went to The Late Show with Stephen Colbert for the last possible time before that goes off air in March, something like that. And the outstanding variety special went to Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary special, only apparently just beating out the Kendrick Lamar halftime show.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, Kendrick almost won a Grammy or
he was
an Oscar, or not an Oscar, an Emmy for a halftime show. Wow.
Yeah, well, he's nominated for it. It was the nominees for Variety Special Live was the Saturday Night 50th Anniversary Special, the halftime show, Beyonce Bowl, which is I guess a thing that Netflix did. I don't know what the fuck that is. The Oscars, which feels like that's cheating to put an award show in there, but whatever. And then a different SNL thing called the Homecoming Concert. So,
okay. Well, shout out to all the winners
for sure. I'm gonna look up what some of these shows
and
are.
the losers.
Yeah,
you
and
lost.
not watch them. Pretty cool.
Yeah. What else do we have, my man?
I mean, that's pretty much all of it, unless you want to talk about that time Jimmy Kimmel got canceled on TV.
Yeah, I was thinking of it when you mentioned Colbert, and I was like, yeah, look at this nonsense going on, but we probably should be best to stray away from that.
Yeah.
People don't want to. Don't want to listen to me.
Yeah, or me. Trust me, they see enough of what I'm saying.
For hours.
They see enough of what I'm saying on Twitter right now. But speaking of which, I got somebody to respond to after the show. Anyway,
I got an ass to beat.
I got some ass to kick. Yeah. Flood said, did we touch on NVIDIA's Intel investment?
Oh yeah, that happened today.
I don't know.
NVIDIA's buying 10% of Intel.
Wait a minute. How does that work?
And,
if the United States is invested in Intel now, how is this working here?
The United States is illegally invested in Intel. They're going to own 10% of Intel's stock, and Intel has like the full ability to use NVIDIA's integrated stuff for integrated graphics within their CPUs.
So it's a $5 billion investment, Flood was saying. How is this not some type of conflict of interest? Isn't this encroaching into like...
No, because they're basically bailing out Intel so Intel doesn't fail. It is the same thing Microsoft did with Apple in the 90s. Usually this kind of thing, because they're not outright, but they're basically pushing money into Intel to keep them alive. It's actually kind of... desirable in instances where where you have an industry that only has a few competitors and you potentially could have one failing. To have the other ones bail them out without real restriction. And in this case, basically NVIDIA is bailing out Intel and saying, hey, you can use our stuff in your CPU's integrated graphics.
Okay. All right. Well, Flood, what's your thoughts on this with the investment in them into Intel like this? He said this is the death nail for Intel Arc discrete graphics.
I don't know that I agree with that. explicitly because this in the like the ability to integrate graphics into the CPU will never equate to um what you can get from a graphics card unless you're building a full system on a chip. But if you're building the full system on a chip, you're going to need a custom board. You're not going to like that's something that you're designing for an end product like an Xbox, a PlayStation, a Switch. You're not going to ship that in a end user in the same kind of configuration Intel does. So, and Intel even said that they're going to continue their GPU line, and their GPU line is completely separate from NVIDIA stuff.
Okay. It says he says your market share is effectively zero. He was saying.
Yeah, I mean their market share was 0 before they started their Arc line because they didn't have a GPU line. They need to push into that market, and there's only 3 people in that market. It is without them, it's just AMD and NVIDIA. So I don't know that I'd call it dead yet. Because like they only released like what 2 generations of cards, really only one.
So just reading up on it, NVIDIA announced a major $5 billion equity investment in Intel, marking a surprise alliance between 2 longtime rivals in the semiconductor industry. The deal, which includes plans for joint development of AI infrastructure and PC chips, and Intel stock surging over 22%. Its best single-day gain in nearly 38 years, closing out at $30.57, while NVIDIA's shares rose about 3%. This comes just weeks after the U.S. government acquired 10% stake of Intel for $8.9 billion under the CHIPS Act. Shout out to Biden. And SoftBank's $2 billion investment in August, bolstering Intel's capital reserves amid its ongoing turnaround efforts. Key details of the deal: NVIDIA will purchase approximately 214.7 million shares of Intel common stock at $23.28 per share, subject to regulatory approvals, giving it about a 4% ownership stake and making it one of Intel's largest shareholders. Beyond the cash infusion, the partnership focuses on co-developing next-generation products, so data centers, personal computing. Yeah.
So NVIDIA, one thing NVIDIA doesn't have in their wheelhouse right now is
AI.
Very good CPU. Like NVIDIA as a company focuses mostly on GPUs and NPUs. NPUs being neural processing, which is very similar to a GPU architecture. And so partnering with Intel makes a lot of sense here. And then you have AMD, where AMD does both CPUs and GPUs, but they don't really do the neural AI processing. So it's an interesting partnership.
Yeah, definitely interesting. It's some mixed reactions. People are saying it's a game changer. Some feel, what's up, Abdel, brother? Yo. Some people feel like it, resets them in a position as an AI laggard, as they used the wording. And they said that there's some uncertainty around deeper manufacturing ties, questioning if NVIDIA will use Intel's fabs. So, but yeah, interesting. It said it could lead to an acquisition or breakup. And that's the thing I'm wondering about. And that's what I was thinking, because under this administration, I think there's way less regulatory situations going on, I think, pretty clearly. So I would wonder if this is NVIDIA kind of positioning themselves to, go for an acquisition at some point. That
I don't know that even under this administration, a full acquisition of Intel would be approved.
You don't think
just
so?
on the not on the grounds of antitrust, on the grounds of national security.
Because America invested 10%, you saying?
Not just because America invested 10%, just because you'd have one company. And I don't believe NVIDIA is American based. I believe they're Korean based. No, they are American.
America.
They are American.
America.
But like there was the big thing with when NVIDIA tried to buy ARM, which is another CPU entire CPU architecture used highly in mobile devices and laptops. NVIDIA was blocked from buying that on both antitrust grounds and national security grounds because they would control too much of the architecture that literally all computers in the world run on. So I don't know that this would be allowed. I don't know that this administration would allow it on literally national security grounds.
Yeah, I guess that makes some sense actually. Yeah, I guess that makes some sense.
So far, most of the major acquisitions or mergers that have happened under this administration have had to fire a late night host to get their thing to go through. And I don't think NVIDIA's got that to do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's why.
Difficult for them.
That's why I wonder, because like you grease the right pockets in this administration, I'm pretty sure you can get some things done. But
you don't grease a pocket. That's nasty. That's not the phrase.
Grease palms. That's the term. But yeah, you're right. That's not the same.
Just slipping some canola oil into some back pocket. They're not paying attention.
Listen, this administration does not strike me as that competent. So maybe you would grease their pockets. I don't know. But listen, let's move to one of the main topics, and that's with old boy Randy Pitchford. Our Randy Pitchford. So Randy Pitchford has right. Randy has been having himself a time lately. If you all had not been noticing, and this is not the first time he's done it. But I'll read this blurb here from Kotaku. Fixing Borderlands 4 PC performance is a top priority as Randy Pitchford attempts personal tech support for angry fans. It says that Gearbox is investigating issues on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S as well. It says it's been a fittingly chaotic launch week for Borderlands 4. The cacophony of player feedback ranges from praise for the best new entry in the looter shooter. They put loot shooter. Should be looter shooter. Series since Borderlands 2 to very loud and angry complaints about bugs, crashes, and performance stutters on PC. Listen, I'm reading all that, and I know where somebody's going to go in the chat. And before you try to say it, no, this is not the fault of Unreal Engine. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, it is.
This is
objectively. It's an open world Unreal Engine 5.
This is a development error. This is a human error here. It says even the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S versions have some weird issues. I hadn't heard about them from the consoles. I've heard only really for PC.
They have pretty bad memory leak issues.
Ah,
yeah.
So the longer it's running,
the PC, but
and they have pretty significant whatchamacallit issues. Basically, end game builds cause the game to go to seconds per frame.
Pretty cool.
Oh wow.
And I'm not being sarcastic. Well, I'm being close to sarcastic with that. It's like 3 or 4 frames a second.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I've seen some gameplay of some of the end game builds, and like it is just a slideshow.
Yeah, sounds like a skill issue for them devs right there. Hope they get it together.
Well, not if you ask Randy Pitchford. Randy Pitchford thinks it's a skill issues for the players.
Correct.
So let me get to that. So Gearbox Entertainment now says a second patch to address PC performance is on the way, as it also investigates problems on console. Not one to calmly monitor feedback from atop his 2K Games funded ivory tower. Studio CEO Randy Pitchford has been arguing almost nonstop with fans since the game released about whether their gripes about how it runs are legitimate or not. With Borderlands 4 sitting at a mixed rating on Steam with just 65%, should I say, positive reviews. The veteran poster has been handling criticism in classic Borderlands fashion. Paul Tassie's tweet, he says, Randy is now doing personal tech support for Twitter users and recommending 4 times a frame gen for a 5080 and telling them to turn off fog, which is literally not an option in the game. Turn the fog off.
I love Randy Pitchford, not because he's deserving of love, but because every time he shows up in anything, it is entertaining as hell.
The dude's a psychopath, and I can't wait for him to retire and see what that company turns into without him, because probably better.
Yeah. Agreed.
This man, Shabazz says, bro, I got a 5080. What do you mean, Randy? Do I need a workstation 10,000 GPU?
No, I was listening to Kind of Funny talk about it.
Yeah.
Because apparently they were trying to play it for like a stream or something. And they're like, we're on 5090s. It doesn't matter because it's not using that card. It's using like the CPU or something. Like it's super CPU intensive. So even though you're on like a really powerful rig, it sounds like the thing's about to take off and fly into low Earth orbit because it's just not well optimized. It's just a badly made game. But the reviews are fine. Like the reviews are at like an 84 because for some reason a lot of reviews don't take performance into it because they assume it'll get fixed, and it probably will in this case. But like, apparently the game is damn near unplayable on some platforms.
Yeah.
So I would not give it an 84. Is what I'm saying.
Moderately It's actually quite playable on the console. So the biggest problem is if you're putting your system into rest mode or use quick resume on Xbox, you'll have a problem where you need to close the game and open the game. That's your solution, and it will fix your problem. PC, man, have you seen some of the crashes? Some people are basically getting malformed configuration files, which means any time that they fast travel, they crash. Every time. And you have to go in and, like, find specific configuration files, delete them, and have Steam, like, revalidate all your files so it regenerates them, and then try again.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of an absolute train wreck.
We love
and
that.
yeah, no, a lot of this is on like to not poke the bear that is Unreal. A lot of this is on the development of it and it not being well optimized because I mean we see problems with Unreal Engine games, but we don't see all of or most of these problems with Unreal games. It does have the like classic Unreal Engine traversal stutter in open world that like every Unreal open world game has, but it does not have all of its issues are not because of it's an Unreal game. Randy Pitchford's a crazy person.
Floodzilla says that sounds like a Jensen problem. He said, "Thank you, Lisa Sue." For those that don't know, Flood is an avid AMD fan, and his lady is Lisa Sue, the COO, if you will. Of AMD. It's his lover.
Yeah, and it for people who are using Intel CPUs, AMD CPUs do run the game better. But AMD, if you have an X3D AMD CPU, you'll run just about any game better because of the special caching that the X3Ds do. Like they explicitly just run games like super well. Like really excited for the next generation of
you would think that the 5080s and 90s
consoles
would kind of brunt force enough of it to...
No, so here's the thing. If the game is so CPU bound, the GPUs aren't getting saturated. So it doesn't matter what you have. You could take a card like 4 years from the future and it won't matter because your CPU cannot feed the GPU with the information that it needs.
I see.
Because not all games have performance problems because of their GPU. Some of them are CPUs. Some of them are, and then the inverse can be true, where the game can be super well optimized for the CPU, but it's so unoptimized with how it renders things on the graphics card, and it really depends game to game. It's really interesting. You can tell with a lot of old games if they're CPU or GPU bound based on how they run on a Series X versus how they ran on an Xbox One.
That's interesting. I do notice that most of the cases,
depending on how they get improved.
Yeah, and I've seen like most of the times the cases seem to be, at least with Unreal, that it's CPU bound issues. I wonder though, wouldn't it be better for seeing how Unreal is used by so many in the industry? Wouldn't it possibly be better for them to have their engineers help these developers with the development to make sure the optimization is right?
I mean, the first thing the first thing Unreal needs to do is rip apart their rendering pipeline and rebuild it, because that'll solve like a lot of these problems before they arise if they were actually efficiently if they had an actual efficient shader solution. And they're in the process of doing that. There's huge steps that came in 5.4, huge steps that came in 5.5, and some pretty enormous steps, especially with foliage in I believe 5.6. I don't remember if foliage was 5.5 or 5.6. Because like that's one of the big things is like nanite was so cool. Like the nanite, like how they can do terrain
Render
and how they can do
rocks
vegetation.
Yeah.
But it would like, if you want to include that, your game's not going to run well. Period. Like it's not designed in a way that can be handled efficiently until the newest version of Unreal that just came out, which is 5 years after Unreal 5's initial launch. Like there are just problems, and like if 5.6 is coming out soon, games that are in development probably aren't going to see that for 2 years, because while you can upgrade your you can migrate between major versions of Unreal, like to between 5.4, 5.5, 5.6, you might break all of your custom tools that you've built to develop your game in doing so, because all of their dependencies have now changed. So like there's just a lot of nonsense here, because there's no reason that this should run as poorly as it does.
Yeah.
None.
That's why I say it's developer issues. It can't be Unreal. You agree with me? Thank you. So yeah, I'm glad we cleared that up, and these developers need to get good. No issue of Unreal. Well, we all agree here. Reactions to this approach have been mixed. People said, "At what point do the Crashouts stop making sense?" asked one player. Another, claiming to be a gaming industry veteran who was definitely not Pitchford, writing under an alias, applauded. Randy Pitchford cares. He maniacally, catastrophically, awkwardly, sincerely cares. I would simply add that this drama is as much a part of Borderlands as at this point as the bandit psycho masks, terrible claptrap puns, and
truly
glowing ammo hidden in toilets.
Truly.
Yeah. So you guys know this guy named Shroud.
Randy Pitchford.
Yeah, he's something else.
Yeah.
But he's got a tumultuous past, man.
No, truly. Yeah, no. Like, I don't love him because he's a good person. I love him because every time his name shows up, it's something crazy happening. Like, you're getting a great story.
Yeah, no, yeah. He every time is something wild. This guy named Shroud, they said his game crashed, as costing him all those legendaries as he played. Sheesh. Stuff like that will make me return your game to you. Let's see. And these are just some replies. I guess he's telling the players.
Oh, yeah, the FOV stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, the field of view stuff was so funny because he put out a poll asking players if they thought that having an FOV slider on console was cheating, and everyone was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Like,
what do you mean is it cheating? It's a single player game. And we love FOV sliders in multiplayer games. What are you talking about?
You got to turn off the fog, right? That's what he's telling us. Turn off the fog.
Turn off the fog.
But Abdel had said, he said, Umbra, when are you inviting D-Bash to explain to us all about the tools? Yeah, I don't know. I think our show here is probably too low rent for D. Abdel. He might want, to be on a PlayStation podcast and tell him about the tools. I don't think he want to show up for us. But yeah, Randy, he's got a crazy past and such, man. Like, you go through a lot of stuff. I shared a bit of this when we were talking about it on Tuesday's show at Boom. And like, he's got allegations up the wazoo. Like, he's not had it's always been a tumultuous time with him in the development and in the process of developing a game. So like, beyond his meltdowns and things like that, he's had persistent claims of embezzlement. I believe it was like, what, 12 million they were saying that he stole from the team that was supposed to be passed out to them for bonuses, that he allegedly took and bought a yacht and had like these naked guys show up to do things. He had a Diddy party. There's the
flash drive at the medieval times.
Yeah, that's right. He had the flash drive with some type of porn, like allegedly younger porn.
And company files.
With company files.
It wasn't
company.
allegedly. He admitted to. Well, not the underage part might have been allegedly.
Yeah.
But there was porn on it. He said that it was squirt porn, and that he was interested in it because he was a magician. Because he's a magician, you see, and he was like, I just I want to know how they did the trick.
I see.
And then there's the one testimony from a former Gearbox employee who thought he was going to be sexually assaulted in the bathroom because Randy wouldn't let him leave until he showed him a magic trick, and for like the first 2 minutes he thought it was a euphemism, and no, Randy was just trying to actually show this guy a magic trick and wouldn't let him leave the bathroom.
He's like, you stay right there. Abracadabra. Can you imagine that? You terrified, and he's like, watch this. Pulls a rabbit out of a hat.
I mean, it is just a really weird place to do a magic trick.
It is, yeah. Man. So, Randy's been tripping. I don't think we have much more to go on for that. We had the Nintendo Direct, and we don't have to stay on this too long. It wasn't much shown, and it didn't really wow anybody. But they did have the old Nintendo Direct this recently, and showcased a few things. Let me see if I can go to the old official site in hopes that Nintendo doesn't strike us down with a furious vengeance. There we go. So yeah, the Nintendo Direct was on the 12th this past week. And they showcased a few things. They had the 2 galactic adventures soaring in from Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 in a bundle or separately. I believe if you buy them separately, you can get them for about $30 or $40 a piece.
They're $40 each, 70 together.
Yeah. So you may as well get the bundle. I'm going to get the bundle. We also had Mario Tennis that was shown. You had the new Bella Bell Park, with added for Mario Wonder. I don't think that would wow anyone, but then again, Nintendo fans are a very different breed for me. We had Yoshi's Page Turning Adventure, which I don't know. It does it for some people, I suppose. It didn't do anything for me. You had the Virtual Boy. I actually, as much as a meme, I thought the Virtual Boy was actually pretty awesome. That they are making Virtual Boy games like available. Like, that's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. I remember playing the Virtual Boy when they had the kiosks back in the day at like Toys R Us and such, and that was like eye cancer for me back then.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone wants to like sit through that.
I don't give Nintendo much credit for anything because holy shit. But I will give them credit at least for like, this is like an obscure part of their past that they are basically preserving, making it more available at the very least. Something that I never thought, would ever see the light, like outside of like a fan project to make stuff available. I never thought that I'd see the Virtual Boy being preserved meaningfully.
You and me both. Danny, you got any interest in the Virtual Boy? You want to burn out your retinas with black and red?
No, I'm very confused by why they decided to also create a peripheral for it. I think that's insane. I don't think anyone's going to realistically want to do anything with that. It is interesting because I know that apparently the catalog for those games are so small that people are like, well, at least we'll have the full catalog. So like that's something.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to touch it either, but it's just it is kind of exciting that Nintendo looked at it and be like, this needs preserved. I'm like, cool. You have a bunch of games that I would have rather had, but like, if you're going to go to the extent to like do this, then like maybe you are just going to do a lot of cool things with your Nintendo Switch Online like Classics program.
Yeah. Yeah. So you had a few other games that were shown. You had the Pokemon game. What was it? Was it Mimic?
The new the weird like survival crafting game.
Yeah, Mimic takes the form of other things. Is Mimic? You would know, Danny. Is he Ditto.
You're thinking,
Is Ditto powerful like that, where he can copy a really powerful Pokemon?
Yeah, Ditto
It copies anything with its moveset.
can turn into anything.
Yeah.
That's kind of his whole deal. That's why he's the sex Pokemon that you put into the daycare, and then all the other Pokemon have sex with it to make eggs.
Wait. Hold on, wait.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
Pokemon
understand
has
what part of this you could possibly be confused about.
Pokemon has a breeding mechanic to breed.
You telling me
Pokemon.
they start diddling Ditto? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's basically a fleshlight. So so it's the Pokemon and it turns into a girl. I think maybe I don't know, the way that it looks is like that the player that or the person that it like takes the form of straight up might be dead. I don't know, man. The game is weird.
Yeah. I'm very. That was probably the thing that I saw that I was the most interested in that showcase.
I got one that's more.
I
appreciate it.
I had no idea that Ditto was getting passed around like that. I didn't.
I assumed if there was any one thing you knew about Pokemon, it would be that.
I didn't.
Truly.
I didn't know that was going on. Wow. I thought Pal World was tripping. Oh man.
They got you banging.
I mean, that's been the thing with Ditto has been
Pal
true since the very first Pokemon game.
I had
it's
no
literally
idea.
Yeah.
No
That's the
idea.
sex Pokemon.
Wow.
Because when you or actually maybe it was the second game. I don't know if eggs
man,
were in. I don't know if
I got
breeding was
some.
in the first game.
I got some Vaporeon memes I can share with you after the show.
So they had the new Mega Evolutions of Chestnut, Delphox, and Green Ninja in
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends ZA.
The
was
Greninja
weird.
one's fucking hilarious.
I think they all look pretty stupid, to be honest. But most Mega Evolutions do look really stupid, so that's like kind of fine.
Yeah.
It is weird that we're just now getting Mega Evolutions for those Pokemon in particular because they are the starter Pokemon for the region in which Mega Evolution was invented, and so you would think that like maybe those would be ones that would be higher.
No,
first.
those were from the.
No.
At least the one is from the one with the where they got big, the Gigantamax.
Well, no, but
the frog, because they
No,
stopped
Greninja-
doing whatchamacallit.
no, because that was the whole thing. Is that in X and Y, which is where Mega Evolution was involved, they were supposed to be like the tank, the wizard, and the rogue, and so there was Greninja, was the ninja.
Greninja's Sun and Moon, isn't it? Or no?
No,
No, it is. You're right.
and then Chestnut's the tanky grass boy.
Is that a spear in his hand?
Yeah, he's supposed to be like a king or something. I don't know, man.
Oh, okay. Or like a knight, because chestnut, right? That's interesting.
Yeah.
So they got that. They announced that with that, and they also have the Mega Dimension DLC for Pokemon.
Yeah, I can't believe they
Legends.
announced the DLC for it already.
It's bold. It's bold to announce a paid DLC for a Pokemon game that isn't even out yet. That's
Yeah.
crazy, frankly.
Yeah.
Like if you were going to announce that the game was going to have a season pass and would have DLCs and name them, but like they had a trailer for it. That's crazy.
Yeah, and they showed off Mega Raichu X and Y, and they both looked stupid as fuck.
I like the two tails. I thought that was kind of cool.
That was okay, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's always been weird to me to see Raichu go like that, but Pikachu is just stuck. Like, you're not going anywhere. You're not evolving.
This game is the closest, like this game's the closest thing to making me want to get a Switch 2. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the Switch 1, right?
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends.
Yeah, I'm definitely not playing that on the Switch 1. It's not happening.
You need to play Donkey Kong, by the way, Crusader.
You got to be stronger than this.
Donkey Kong doesn't have achievements, and like Pokemon kind of has achievements because I can collect them all and make my Pokedex complete.
I was going to say, wait, they got achievements?
Don't.
But I can, well, so like I can link all those games together and move my Pokemon all around. It's great. So like, Pokemon's the one thing that would get me to get a Switch. I'm not gonna play Donkey Kong.
Very best no one ever was. Take it away, Crusader.
No.
Okay. What do we got? Resident Evil Requiem. I would not. I don't know. Like, would you guys ever even think to get this on the Switch? I wouldn't see the reason to do that.
So I own a computer with a 3080 Ti, and I play everything on my console. So I can totally understand the people who want to play Resident Evil on their handheld that they can take with them, because that's where they're comfortable. So I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play if I if I play Resident Evil Requiem, don't know if I will. If I play it, I'm gonna play it on my console where I'm most comfortable. I could be playing it in even higher fidelity on my PC. Not gonna do that because Lord knows I'm gonna have 1.5 billion technical problems, and I only want to deal with that with modded games on my PC. But like it was a graphical step down, but I was kind of impressed with how good it looked on the Switch too. Like in context.
Yeah.
And that has been a reoccurring theme with a lot of stuff on the Switch too. I've been surprised as to, like, I'm shocked at how good Star Wars Outlaws looks on the Switch too.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I feel like if I was to get this and play it on a handheld, it would not be on the Switch too. It would have to be, the ROG or one of these or the Legion or something like that. I couldn't do it.
Sure, it's twice the price.
Yeah. I'll pay that price, but I just couldn't.
Sure.
And of course, we had this, which more than a few people were waiting on before they actually ventured out to get themselves a Switch 2.
Is this Fire Emblem?
Going to mute that because they will get us. Yes, this is Fire Emblem. What is it? The Weave something.
Fortune's Weave.
Fortune's Weave. That's it. I imagine.
Is this the next? I forget. Is this the next mainline one?
I guess
am
so.
not
sure.
It is in the same universe as Three Houses. So
oh, is it? Okay.
Cool, I guess.
My brain did not remember that this was in the showcase, but I have friends who are so excited for this.
Yeah,
I'm pretty excited about it.
And believe it or not, I've never played any Fire Emblem game.
They're pretty good. You'd probably like them.
So
they're
interested
like
in maybe getting
a tactics game, right?
Yeah, they're kind of
like,
tactics based. A little. Some of I've seen the gameplay of at least seem to have a mixture. Yeah, that's as you can see right here. So it's tactics / RPG. Yeah, which might be fun. It could end up being fun. I'm not used to those types as much, but I do like the visuals of this. I've heard nothing but great things about the series. So if it's got a great story, I'm interested in it.
I have a couple friends. I know I have one friend who, like, one of her absolute favorite games is Three Kingdoms. So
yeah. Sephiroth. Oh no, that's not him. He looks like Alucard a little bit too. Look at him. Alucard. Doesn't tell me he doesn't look like Alucard.
A bit.
Casca from Berserk. Let me stop.
Doesn't look as sad.
Yeah. Alucard does look pretty sad.
Damn.
But no, this looks really good. I like the visual presentation of it. It puts me in mind of a few games. What is it that makes me think?
Tales of.
The Tales of Arise, and it's another one too. The Blue something. What is that?
Grand Blue Fantasy.
Grand Blue Fantasy. Look at you. You good, man. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Yeah, absolutely. Puts me in mind
That's
of those.
a game I'm hoping that shows up for Xbox at Tokyo Game Show.
That would be nice if it did. I actually have it on PC, but it was, I played the demo for it. It was actually pretty fun. I think Xbox fans would actually love Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. So that would be dope. Nice little action, anime-esque style to it. This looks really good, though. And I saw, like I said, some fans who were holding out before they actually got themselves a Switch 2, like a slow-mo backslap, for instance, who went and bought it, got himself a Switch immediately upon this release. So all in all, the show to me wasn't, I mean, you got other things like Hades 2, which we knew were coming. You got, Fatal Frame 2, they showcased. Crimson Butterfly remake, which is cool.
That was cool. That's coming to everything.
That is coming to everything. That's why I'm like, I can show it, but like these games are everywhere, like Hades and such. So there's some other games.
The Final Fantasy VII getting the release date and a price was pretty big.
That was cool, and it's at a reduced price, so it's not like it's like $70 or whatever dollars.
It's $40.
$40.
Yeah. On Xbox, you also get the original version of Final Fantasy. Well, all right, not original, but you get the like remastered version of Final Fantasy VII, like the classic version of it, for both PC and console. If you pre-order it, and then I think the equivalent for Switch was that you get a pack of the Magic the Gathering cards if you buy the physical.
Nice, not bad. I'm never buying physical again, but that's cool. I mean, that's the thing. I got both Final Fantasy games, or at least the new remakes. I have them both on Steam already. But I love the fact that Square was smart this time to say, hey, we're going to not only bring them over, but we're going to give you a reduced price. I think
And to do
that
it
makes
play
sense.
anywhere.
And it's play anywhere. I love it. And also there was the announcement of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, by the way, with everyone coming back to reprise their roles, such as the often controversial and maligned Chris Pratt and other people. So, but yeah, I love the first movie, by the way, so I'm sure this will be more of greatness in that vein. But the show overall to me was just It didn't do a lot. They did show Metroid. By the way, I didn't see Metroid listed here. But Metroid looked interesting. It looks kind of outdated. I'm going to be honest with you. Visually, it's just kind of outdated looking. Oh, they did show, of course, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. Do you guys got any excitement for that?
That's like the Dynasty Warriors like ones, right?
Yeah, it's Yep.
Yeah, I'm good.
The Mushu style. Where is Metroid? I don't see it listed here. Well, Metroid they showcased. It looks a bit outdated, and this, of course, was shown too. I would be remiss if I didn't highlight this. Dragon Quest, what is this, 7 Reimagined. Let me mute that. Nice and adventurous.
For not having Akira Toriyama to do the art anymore, I think this looks really good.
I think so too. There is.
I love the very whatchamacallit art style. The very not iconic. Iconic's not the right word. The very stylized art style.
I think iconic kind of fits too, because Toriyama is very iconic.
Well, because this does not really look like his art style.
Slightly different, but the eyes, certain elements, you're gonna immediately go to Toriyama. Now there is one like him, for instance. He looks just like little Goku or Gohan right there. There is one hilarious element, and that's that guy right there. I don't know the characters. I just know that the guy with the blonde hair looks like the prince, the prince from Shrek. As soon as I saw him, I started cracking up. I'm like, why does he look like that character right there? Or from the character from Trey Park, and what's the name of that? Something America. What's the name of that puppet movie?
Oh,
what is the name of that?
Is it Team America?
Team America. Like he looks like the lead character from Team America.
Yeah,
he starts throwing up.
This is cool. How many of the Dragon Quest games are not easily playable right now anymore? Because they've been getting all of them out and remade or remastered or re-released, which has been really cool to see Square do.
Yeah, no, they're on it, man. They're on the ball. Durka, man. That's right, Flood. Durka, Matt Damon. Yeah, Team America World Police. Durka. This looks fun though. I've never played Part 7. I've never played it, so I have. What was it, 14? I think I bought. I forgot which one it was. It was 14, I think, right?
It's a franchise I have not dipped my toes into yet.
Yeah, it's dope. And of course, like I said, you see the Toriyama art style. It's just something that brings back that nostalgic feeling, right? So I like the way they did this. It looks really cool. I don't know. I think it's smart to go back and bring some of these legendary series and games back and bring them forward. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll actually definitely invest in this. Although, will this be coming to all platforms too?
Yes, this is also coming to all platforms, already announced. I believe it's Play Anywhere for Xbox as well.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not getting this on Switch. I'm sorry, Nintendo. I'm getting this on Steam. I'm sorry. Steam it is. And if it's Play Anywhere, maybe I'll just get it on Xbox, actually get some achievements, actually, now that you say that.
Yeah, you can play it on you can play it on PC as well with the PC.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing. Yeah, I got the PC because I'm PC Ultimate, so I can play that on PC and take it on the go with the old ROG of mine. Oh, there it is. I just saw it. Metroid Prime 4.
Oh yeah, the weird bicycle. The weird bicycle. This was not a good trailer.
It just looks alright.
Like, I want to play this game, and this is like the other thing that's making me want to get a Switch too. I still don't think I'm gonna do it until the OLED comes out.
Yeah.
But I love Metroid and I love Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And so when the OLED Switch comes out, there will be plenty of things for me.
What do you think?
I'm
it'll
sure
drop
it will be
next
out
year?
by 2027.
Oh,
and
2
I
years from
can
now.
patiently wait that long.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not in a rush, right? So
Right.
there is that. I like the design elements and such. I'm sure the game is going to be great. I mean, they turn out great games. It's funny seeing this because the iconic nature of Akira has lasted so long across all media. It is insane. This bike, of course, is more of an homage to that too. So when I see stuff like this and the classic Akira bike turn, you know where it's from. I'm interested in this, though. I will say it just looks dated a little bit, and it's probably because it's cross-gen, to be fair.
Well, it's been in development for like a trillion years.
That too.
That's probably more its issue. See, here's I like if this game had been announced and come out like, you know, within a year and like had a 3-year development cycle, I'd be like, I don't care that it looks dated. I just want to play a fun video game that plays well. I play some of the oldest, jankiest shit on the planet all the time.
Like Destiny.
Like Destiny. Except I haven't played Destiny in months, and I'm not even going through withdrawals.
He says while scratching his neck.
No. Genuinely, I haven't had an urge to play it.
He's like, I don't need it. I don't need it.
Destroying that game, the franchise, and like every sentiment of goodwill it's ever been had is like gone from the community right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm definitely that'll be one of the first games I pick up when I get a Switch 2, guaranteed.
Yeah,
and I'm not playing it on the Switch 1.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that either. I'm going to get it. It looks improved from the last time they showed it, and Zach was saying they haven't shown much rather of the Switch 2 versions footage, but it does look a lot better. I agree there, Zach. It does look a bit better from what I remember. Again, it does have the outdated look just a bit because it's cross-gen, and they're probably aiming for a more stylistic approach. So.
Well, and they're also prioritizing frame rate because, like, the base version is 60 FPS. Is 4K 60 FPS, or I forget what the 1440p in handheld, and or there's the 120 hertz option.
Nice. So yeah, there is all that. I'm gonna dock it and play it on my TV anyway. So I'm not.
I'm also gonna do that, but I'm gonna play it in like the 1080p. 100 or 120 FPS mode.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, 60 frames is more than enough for me. I don't know, but
I mean, it's enough. But if I have the option to play at 120 FPS, I'm gonna play it at 120 FPS. That's why I have a 4K 120 hertz monitor, so that if the game supports that higher frame rate, I use that higher frame rate, and if it doesn't, then I'm getting the best visual quality I can.
I hear you. I mean, listen, I got the OLED. I can choose to do that. I'm just spoiled now, so it's kind of tough. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I know our brother Major is hyped for it. The Prime series being one of his favorite. So no, I still, I never played any of the Prime series, but I got them all on my old Odin Pro. I see you, Soil Tech. You say you're getting one too soon? Yes, I have the Prime series on my Odin OLED. Odin Portal 2, Odin 2 Portal, should I say. And it is glorious looking on that OLED. You all have no idea. Great handheld. Anyway, that said, they showcased these things. Nothing too major. Like I said, if all the things shown, they held Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Yeah.
I thought the showcase. I thought there'd be
more.
Yeah, I thought so too. And I thought it was like, and maybe I was being a bit unfair. I thought the show was like a D. But kind of looking at a few of these things, I can kind of see it maybe being a C.
I think I gave it a C+.
Yeah. Not great.
C+, B-, but like it was bad. Pokemon and Metroid centric, so like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably give it a C. I think it's like fine. I don't think they announced really anything super big.
Yeah.
The new Fire Emblem I'm interested in. I'm definitely going to play that. And then everything else, some of the stuff that they showed I am interested in, but I'm not gonna play it on my fucking Switch. That's for damn sure. Like the Dragon Quest 7 reimagine, I might play that.
Yeah.
The Crimson Butterfly Fatal Frame thing I might do. There was some other remake in there too, I remember. But a couple of those ones I was like, oh yeah, I might touch that, but I'm not gonna put it on my goddamn iPad and play it over there. No, I'm gonna play it
right
on a system that can run it more than 2 frames a second. Like, come on, man.
No, yeah, completely understandable. But yeah, folks, that will be the show for us for tonight. This was the 98th episode. Again, we are 2 episodes away from 100, as you can hear. Definitely thinking of maybe doing a game giveaway or 2. What? Let me ask you guys in the chat. What would be a good game to give away for the 100th episode?
Silk Song. It's only $20.
So, yeah, there you go. Smart. There you go. Think outside the box. Yeah. Mind's Eye. Oh, Flood. Yeah, I forgot Flood liked Mind's Eye.
Isn't there something coming out at like the end of the month? I feel like there's something coming out.
I think there's a couple of things this year.
There's a couple, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Zach gives a good point. It could just be a gift card to whatever platform of choice. Could do that. Yeah. Oh, Ghost of Yotei. Yeah, that does come out, so that makes sense. Kingdom Come 2.
Well, it's hard to gift that because you can't gift digital games on PlayStation.
Oh, you can't?
No, like PlayStation sucks with that.
I had I so rarely touch the game, the platform. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like I remember I wanted to get my friend for his birthday or for Christmas. I wanted to get him Alan Wake 2 because I knew he'd love it.
Yeah.
And I asked him what platform he wanted on. He wanted it on PlayStation, and there's no physical version of that. And I'm like, oh, I'll go to the store and gift it to him. And there was no option. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm Venmoing him.
Well,
yeah.
I was like, I'm Venmoing you the exact amount of money that it'll cost you to buy the game. Buy it.
That's odd.
Yeah, it sucks.
Abdel said he had a favor. What's the favor, Abdel? Yeah, I think maybe a gift card would be the smart idea. Yeah, maybe the gift card would be a good idea. What's the favor, Abdel? But while he's, I guess, writing that, let's start our outros, fellas. Let's get out of here. Crusader, I'll start with you. Tell the good folks where you'll be, where they can find you, and what you'll be up to.
Yeah, you can find me at Crusader3456 on most social media platforms. I'm going to be playing Hogwarts Legacy, and I don't know what I'm going to play next. I'll figure it out. And I'm really hoping for Tokyo Game Show to be good next week, and I think the thing I want to see the most at Tokyo Game Show, I don't know, probably Grand Blue Fantasy. Coming to Xbox would be my big thing that I'm hoping to see next week.
That would be nice. Yeah. I hope
some
so too.
remaster, remake of Darkengard games would also be hype.
Yeah.
They're the games that are tied to the original games in the now what everyone refers to as the Nier universe.
Yeah.
They're the games that preceded it.
I forgot all about that series. Wasn't that like for the PlayStation 1 or something like that?
PlayStation 2, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
I'm hoping, because they keep teasing some stuff's happening with Nier, and I'm hoping that means Darkengard is at least the first one's getting like a remaster or remake.
Yeah, nice. So, of course, these gentlemen's information is in the description. So if you all don't remember all of this good info, you can go there to track them and to stalk them and, send them feet pics if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Do it. Send Crusader your feet.
Send them feet
He told me in the
Swear
green
to
room he
God if I
wanted them.
get feet pics.
Yeah. Whatever you need to send them to ingratiate yourself, you do what you need to do.
He said don't send him digital, send him to his mailbox, his actual physical mailbox in front of his home.
There you go. He prefers a more personal
I'll be
touch.
horrified if someone does that.
And
I'd be horrified.
you should take the pictures in really terrible quality with cut out lettering that you put on it. Let's say, this is for you. That you cut out of a newspaper or something like that. Do newspapers still exist?
Yeah,
Yes.
they exist. No one buys
Okay.
them, but they exist.
There we go. Okay. But and of course Daniel J. McG, my brother. Tell the good folks what you'll be up to, what you have in store, and what you guys got going on the the playground The Ready Set Replay. I don't know how I got playground in my head.
Hey, Play was in there. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So over on Ready Set Replay, which is on Spotify and YouTube, we have new episodes Tuesday and Saturday. We just posted our review of Wario Land 3, which is, get this, a video game. And then we'll have recap every Saturday. And we just finished up season 1 of Star Trek The Original Series recently over on Rewatch. So that was a huge blast. And we're taking a little time off between season 1 and season 2 to do the Tron movies. So next Tuesday will be the original Tron. And that'll build up until Tron Ares comes out in a couple weeks here. So
nice.
doing some exciting things. Go on over to Ready Set Replay, wherever you can find it, and hit that subscribe button. We actually, last time we were on here, I was at 35 subscribers, and I was like, hey guys, can you go over there and hit subscribe? And now I'm at 70. So some of y'all did some shit.
Oh, man.
I appreciate that. We also started putting up shorts, which I think helped. But yes.
Would you look at that? Look at God.
I know, we're doing some things.
Yeah. For those within ear's reach, definitely give our brother and Skylar, correct. Yeah, give them a follow and give them, show them some love sometime. What is this? New Assassin said, new stalk Crusader, take a picture of his feet, then send it to his mailbox. Yeah, that's the new way we're gonna get pictures of your feet, Crusader, and send them to you. So you be prepared. You get prepared for that.
The only thing more threatening than finding feet pics in your mailbox is finding pictures of your own feet in your mailbox.
While you're laying down in the bed, you just pull the sheet up and take pictures of it with the flash.
That's the severed horse head of the video game world.
Yeah, right.
Truly.
For myself, you guys can find me on social media, Infinite Umbra or Umbra Infinite. You'll find me either way if you so choose to search for me. You're probably going to see a lot of political takes that you're not going to like, but I do not give a damn because I know I am in the right. I am very abrasive at times, but it's all due love. It's all through and due to love. It just comes out very viciously and angry. But it's all good. It's all love at the end of the day. But yeah, check a brother out. Like I said, we're about to hit 100. I appreciate, and we appreciate you guys being here with us and rocking with us until that, and being with us for so long. I mean, I never would have thought that I could have my own little podcast with, some good folks and get to 100, let alone like 2 episodes, and have people actually come by and support us. So it's a beautiful thing. I do not at all take it for granted. I appreciate all of you, even for those who are maybe just kind of lurking in the background or might come by later and hear this. Thank you guys. We have memberships active, by the way. Shout out to Soil Tech. He is the first to become a member. We have 2 tiers, nothing too expensive. And the second tier promises a few things, such as gaming sessions, things of that nature. So if you guys do choose to join that one, I will leave it open for you guys to suggest and talk about what games you would like for myself, and if any of these fellows will be open to it, to jump into some gaming sessions with you guys. I would also introduce you to other friends in the community that we can all jump into gaming too. So don't think it just has to be myself or whatever. But and I love playing community games and such like that with all the family. I am largely PC bound now, so we'll have to define some cross-play, but we'll get there. As far as the shows, typically on the Infinite Podcast, that's on Fridays at 8 o'clock Eastern. Myself, Risky for the Biscuit, That Blue Number, and Dante Moody, a.k.a. Spriggan. On Tuesdays, the Xbox Factor, Boom. Myself, Jamie Moran, that's at 12 Eastern. And back here with us on Thursdays at 8 o'clock Eastern. So we're going to get out of here. You guys have a great weekend. Play some games. Enjoy. And send some feed pics. Yes.
Yeah. The dirtier, the better.
The dirtier, the better. Bunions,
Some
too.
seasoning on them piggies.
Yeah.
I'm glaring at my screen right now.
If you got bunions, make sure they're pronounced and shiny. And, yeah.
Well, guys, I'm glad that you could all watch Crusader's last episode before he leaves us. It was a really fun time.
See you guys. Y'all have a good one.